and welcome to D4, where I, Dustin,
And I, Devin, Codium, a 5th edition game of Dungeons.
and Dragons. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I am.
Hey, we're a month into our rebranding. For those just joining, you may be asking, where did D4 go?
What's going on?
And as we've said before, don't worry, D4 is still is and will continue to be our flagship for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition live stream actual play content. We still have our Discord that you should join and check out in the link in the Twitch chat, and so you can join our amazing community.
We're also on TikTok now, so check us out there at ElderIint.
The kids do.
Yeah.
We're hip and young.
The amazing Lucia Verspilli has been helping us out editing those and just been killing it, doing an amazing job.
Iconic.
Also, make sure to check out Bookshops of Arkham, a Call of Cthulhu actual play that we produced alongside Chaosium and Roll20, which you can check out now over on Chaosium's YouTube channel. The final episode just dropped an hour ago, so go check it out. All 4 episodes are out, and don't forget to check out the episode 2.5, which goes into detail of the lost episode.
I just realized we're twins.
We're matching, I know.
Yeah.
We also have a new intro debuting tonight. Made by an amazing artist known as Southpaw, who has also done the latest intros for ATL by Night and ATL by Moonlight. Amazing Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf actual plays run by Ellie and Ian. With a slew of amazing cast members some of you may recognize. So check them out as well.
Sadly, as you can see, we do not have our wonderful Barbarian Paladin tonight, as Katie Adkins is feeling a little under the weather. So we wish her good health and a quick recovery. But let's, we're going to go through, we have different sponsor tonight. Our sponsor comes from a very, very good friend of ours. So gather your dungeoneering equipment, pull together a band of adventures, and delve deep into the halls of your very own Word dungeon.
No, it's Wired.
I thought it was Word, like, you know how WYRM is worm? So WYRD would be Word.
No.
Weird.
No, that could be weird.
Weird.
That would be weird.
Like the weird dungeon you can find on Kickstarter, created by Jeff Baker, the guy that quest plays as Liam Gray.
Guest plays.
No, he quests when he's here.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, so
He's always up to something.
yeah.
But yeah, his company
Trust that guy.
His company Happy Jack Games just released a Kickstarter for a game design to be picked up and played without preparation, and to facilitate generating a story in the moment. Your goal is simple: delve deep, explore everything, and cash out before all is lost, if you can.
Here, it's also designed to be a GM-less game where everyone at the table is both a storyteller and a player.
You know, that is weird.
Yeah, but a weird dungeon indeed. So let's build a weird dungeon room together in less than 3 minutes using the charts from the system you can get right now over on Kickstarter.
So everyone roll a d6
Oh,
right
no.
now.
Doing it. 4,
5.
Oh, no, we need to go. Hold on. Okay,
8,
Goblin.
6,
5.
7, 5.
5?
4.
4, so 54. It is called Tomb of the Mighty.
5.
Hold on, a minute.
You okay?
And then the things you might find it is also 5?
Yes.
Okay, Ethan.
5.
5.
Lots of 5s.
The wall torches beseech you to put them out. Ray, I need you to roll a d6.
Yeah, I'll roll a d6.
I don't like being told what to do.
1 from Ray.
4.
1 and
really
4.
doesn't.
The traps found in this room, where the torches beseech you to snuff them out, is a temple altar that curses the supplicant.
Ooh, I like this place already.
I want to play it already. What are you not
Roll
thinking?
another d6. Everybody roll another d6.
Another D6.
Another D6.
I swear to God.
1,
6.
6, 16. The room amongst these torches, you see tattered tapestries, possibly describing things that tie to this effigy that is cursed. You, 5. Ethan,
6.
6. However, the floor below you is not solid. It is grated metal, and you can see it go into a chasm of void below you, and you can feel at every step it begins to shake as if it could collapse beneath you.
Hell.
Ethan, no, you already did it. Ray,
3.
35. However, on this cursed altar, there is a rose gold hairpin that you have been sent to fetch, and that is your quest. And that is a dungeon in less than 3 minutes that we've all just put together. There's a lot more to this. There's like
so
character
many,
building and
it's such an amazing, fun system. It's so great because you can really pick it up. You just roll some dice, randomly create a dungeon that's just ready to go, and it really can fit into any system. It's in itself has
rules to be.
Its own amazing game system that's just super fun.
So if you are just kind of looking for some time, you don't really have a lot of time to prep as a DM or anything, you're just like, man, I really just want to play some Dungeons and Dragons type games. Get this weird dungeon and make a weird dungeon with your friends where you all get to join in as the storytelling elements, create something from all of the amazing charts.
Yep, it's got 11 D66 lists. That's 396 entries of quick and compelling names, traps, monsters, magic items, and more. Incredible artwork to help players and GM alike get into the mindset of what may be found within the dungeon. And both game and artwork fall under the Creative Commons license. But what you wield makes you who you are, not a class. There's no classes, a classless system.
So a lot of this is literally very loose, a lot of fun, very quick. Highly recommend it. And as some people that may not be as prepared as usual for tonight, because we don't know what the players are going to do. Maybe we should roll on this.
Maybe we should. Yeah,
we should roll this real quick.
Yeah. You know what? Let's, without further ado, let us immerse ourselves
into the Chronicles of D4 while we roll some D6s.
I just backed it.
Right here. Yeah.
Okay. And we're back.
So, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you to the amazing artist Southpaw. But last time, on Distraught Diatribe and a Determined Defecation,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Vinley was summoned into the palace gardens of Luthelspar, where she had a heated conversation with her sister. Conversation which started with both being forced through distrust into agreement of not seeking satisfaction against the other over hurtful words that may be spoken. However, due to a quick deal Vinley struck with a satyr in exchange for a fey audience, she was compelled to besmirch herself by drinking from the sacred Seldarine pools, causing her sister to lose her composure completely.
That's good.
Through the conversation, Vinley learned that her sister saw her kill Illitran, but still chose to save her life and have her exiled instead of executed. She also was told that in lieu of Vinley's dark magics plaguing her home commune, her family felt compelled to gain their honor back by becoming archdruids, an act that could have caused them to be the targets of the reborn fungal monster Illitran has become. Emiria said she staved off the necrotic infection despoiling their home, and in doing so ascended to archdruid, and then Evermeet's high druid and royal counselor. She claimed all was possible through guidance of the Seldarine, saying she had become a chosen of them, even seeing a few of them in person. However, the turmoil in Luthaspar was not over. After Emiria leaves, there is a commotion that catches the guards' attention.
Meanwhile, the rest of the group was visited by High Marshal Counselor Anhare Eroth. She warned the group about Vinley, the convicted murderer in their group known as the Witch of Nessaquah. Yet she was unsurprised and understood as the party argued in her favor, saying that Vinley owns her mistakes and seeks to amend them. However, the counselor politely retorted that if they ever need to remove Vinley's benefits granted by them, it would be done, and warned that if anything bad happened, she would be the first to be detained for questioning.
The counselor, being a paladin of the ancients, asked Seisha if she would like to take a walk and discuss the threat the Far Realm presents towards Evermeet. Seisha agrees and takes Petunia along, where they discuss the threat of the Elder Eye and its consorts. In turn, they learn a little bit about Evermeet through tight-lipped discretion from the counselor, and even overhear that something known as the Shantoroth Coroner is dying and poses a threat to all elves by severing their connections to Arvindor. The counselor also agrees to a request as she arranges for them to meet a Pegasus named Arculix and its knight Caranor before a commotion draws their attention.
During this time, Karina pretended to be tired and headed to her room, where she then transformed into a lizard and snuck out, while being carried away by her raven familiar. Blending into the surroundings, she snooped in on Vinley's conversation while clinging to the moonstone colonnade walls, and afterward, she scoped out the palace and found an entrance to the kitchen, where she hid away in the king's supper amongst a bowl of fruit. After a while of waiting and seemingly going unnoticed, she was taken to the king's chambers.
After being left alone, she startled the king after his nightly routine as she emerged from her lizard form. However, the old battle-hardened warrior mage did not call the guards, as he was curious what a queen would risk war over while figuring he still had the upper hand. She played on his wisdom and empathy as she spoke to him as a ruler to another about the stress the crown bears and the importance of their duty to their people, eventually making her way to a point of bringing up the threat that withheld information can bear upon a kingdom as a way to drive a wedge between him and Emiria. He cautiously heard her words, but met her with calculated hostility, yet still allowed her the kindness of sneaking out the way she came in, as to not cause any unneeded political distress. What happened after she left, though, is unknown. As she left, she soared over a growing commotion building in the streets just outside the palace.
Back in the room, while everyone was gone, Harold continued befriending their guards, and after asking for some expensive ingredients, even gave some encouraging words of romantic wisdom to one that asked in help of writing a poem. He then had V use her alchemy skills to mix together a concoction of potions and oils to be used as a magical eye drop to help him truly see what the world often hides. They are then surprisingly greeted by Karina being thrown into the room and reforming from a garden lizard as they hear the commotion building outside.
The building tension of the commotion outside turned out to only be the old half-elven sailor Amtharn Glebrum. Apparently, under the wisdom of Vinley when she first arrived, he had stolen some food from the Seldarine gardens without permission, tithe, or respect, and in doing so found himself in a quarrel with a noble seeking satisfaction. Unsure as to the implication and having no weapon to defend himself, the old sailor stripped naked and proceeded to openly and defiantly take a shit on the crystalline walkway, seeming a little inspired once again by Vinley's words from when they arrived.
Hell yeah.
As the noble went to attack, the half-elf somehow, luckily, thanks to Petunia, was able to sidestep while disarming the man of his blade and tripping him face first into the excrement. Before things came to bloodshed, though, Valagar, Lord Commander of the Mithril Knights, ended the duel, seeing that satisfaction had been met with a singular victor, but still ordered the arrest of the disorderly half-elven former pirate.
As the party discussed everything they had discovered, Vinley received a sending from Lomerwill that he was being summoned into the king's quarters. She then scried on the prince and watched as he and the king discussed the party, with Lomerwill's gracious words defending all of their honor and singing their praises. Eventually, though, the king discussed the threat that faces Evermeet and why he was hastily made king. He explains that after the ascension of Amlaruil, the former queen, a plague had spread across the forest and infected Shantaroth Qualanir, also known as the Tree of Souls, causing it to wither and die.
However, what happened next surprised everyone, including the prince. Perhaps moved by words of Karina and knowing what should be done through honor, the king kneeled and hailed Lomerwill as the one true king of Evermeet, by birthright and by king's blade. Lomerwill responded in shock, claiming Ilinaro is still king, but he will graciously accept the announcement and coronation the following morning. After a couple of sendings warning Gariel that Voss is actually the dreaded pirate Barbaroi Bloodmane, and telling Davil and Fala about their arrival to Evermeet, the party gets some much-needed rest.
However, as the morning light breaks the dawn, the party is arrested from their slumber through a melancholic chord progression of bells ringing out across Evermeet.
The wording of that sentence was so
So
stressful.
scary.
You got
On
arrested?
purpose. For most, they are soothing and gentle, if even a bit somber. However, the last time Vinley heard this solemn knell was when Evermeet was alerted to the assassination of King Zaur. And that is where we pick up tonight's story. The bells continue to echo out as you all awaken to start or continue your morning routines, except for Vinley, who has been awake for a couple hours now. For the rest of you that do not know what the bells mean, one thing you do notice beyond the somber tune is that it does not seem to end and has become somewhat clockwork. What are you all doing?
Clockwork, how so? Like it's happening every hour, or bells are just going?
It's not completely constant. It does not seem that there is an exact time to it, or if there is, it's hard to tell.
It's just playing on
I'll
a
go
loop.
find Vinley.
Okay, yeah, I mean, all of your chambers are connected to the main antechamber, so, or your antechamber. chamber.
Go knock on the door.
I'm coming out and seeing Seisha knocking on the door, just holding with her.
Do you know what this is about?
No, it
I'm
sounds
currently-
important.
Weird, right?
It's very weird.
You got your thing. We know what you talked
Okay.
about. You're good. Yeah, you're fine.
What the heck?
All right. Harold's gonna kind of stumble out of his room looking just very, very tired.
Petunia probably follows after looking very, very concerned. Or really moderately.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Did you sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Harold, you look
no,
like
you didn't. I mean, Petunia looks rested, but you look rough.
No, I'm fine, man. I'm good.
He snored the whole time. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
that could be
absolutely
it.
fine. It's like I was good until the bells woke me up.
If you're snoring, you're not getting all the air, and you might be like
According
suffocating.
to her, I don't snore.
Yeah, we did that time.
Oh well.
Anyways,
Maybe-
knock on the door again.
There's like a lot of noise, I think, happening from inside this bedroom right now.
yeah.
And the door just swings open, and Vinley is standing there with her hair down, none of her jewelry in, both of her wand straps are out on the dresser, and she is simply wearing that very tight bodysuit that you've seen her wear before. Mm-hmm. She has nothing else on, and she opens the door. The bells mean the king is dead, so
Oh
What?
no.
I'm probably going to be arrested
Yeah.
I've handled all my rituals. You just
Somebody's framing you.
of course.
I don't
I
think they are necessarily framing her so much as executing the next part of their plan.
well,
And she's
framing her as a
convenient.
part of it.
Well,
Because they said if anything bad happens, Venley's going to be blamed for it.
Right.
And then something immediately bad happens.
Wait,
but I feel like they were planning to kill the king before we even
hold
came
on,
here.
hold on, wait. The king's dead?
The bells are funeral honorifics to
What
let
if
everyone
it's
know.
somebody else? What if like a really loved dog? Oh God, I don't hope it
These
don't.
are elves. They
It's-
wouldn't do that.
It's the king, and whoever did it with a peanut.
Those bells haven't rung in well over 120, 200 years.
I kind of talked to the king yesterday.
What?
He and I just had a little chat, ruler to ruler.
How? Did he summon you?
No, I kind of snuck in.
Oh.
Harold, do you remember how you saw me as a lizard?
Lizard power.
It was a lizard. Nobody saw me.
Power of the lizard.
Nobody saw me. I was a lizard.
Would
but
he have told anyone?
He wouldn't have told anyone, but the thing that he told me was that he was going to kneel to our friend and he was going to coronate. He was going to let him be king.
That confirms the
saw
scrying.
the scrying, yeah.
Oh,
Will
here
you
we
tell
go.
So
them?
maybe
Here you
the
go, here you
bells
go.
just mean a change of authority.
Telepathic bond.
Can you warn me first?
Sorry, I thought it was understood.
I'm getting used to it now. Whenever you start moving your hands, it means I'm going to get something in the face.
Also, this is for Harold and Petunia and I, and I'm going to cast a 5th level aid to give us all a maximum buff of 20.
Oh, like health?
I'm sorry.
I hate you.
I'm good. But no, he said he was, he understood and he was going to let, I forget his name, it's too early.
Lamruel.
Lamruel. It doesn't roll off
Watch
the
it
tongue
now.
well. Elvish words have too many vowels.
And there are too many apostrophes.
I'm
Here you
going to call him Lammy. Lammy, he said, was okay to be king now, so, he must have told someone.
He told Lamruel, but I don't know if he told anyone else.
He
Here you
wouldn't
go.
have, because that would be too
this?
easy.
You have my portable hole. You have the bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
All
Are your
my stuff is
Uncover our
in.
max health? Is that what it is?
Yes.
20 to your max health.
are your children in here?
In this one,
Okay.
Seisha's, because
What's in here that I need to worry about?
A keg.
there's a bomb in there.
Okay. Okay.
A pretty big bomb. So
Yeah.
just don't think about a bomb when you pull it out. If you need it,
That's all I'm thinking about.
if you need it, there is a potion of mind shielding in there. And in
I'm
case
good.
you really need it, there is a phoenix potion in there as well.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
I'll be fine
How
with the
long
mind
until we're
shield.
all arrested, because
There's
that's
nothing
gonna
but
be
tavern
sad.
music up here.
I don't think you are all going to be arrested.
No, they'd be
Rather-
pretty ballsy to at least arrest
They'll,
me.
they'll go for Venley.
I was about to go.
Arresting
give
a royal
myself.
court would,
No,
as
don't.
we all presented as a royal court, so arresting any of us would be seen as an act of war.
Dope.
Are you
we can
okay?
Your location.
I'm fine, man. That's fucking...
Harold.
What? What? Who?
Harold.
What?
Harold, can I do something to you?
No?
Please?
Harold.
Sure?
Lay on hands for 5 points.
It feels
That's bad.
warm, but nothing seems to change.
That's refreshing as hell.
Okay, well, on the plus side, you're not poisoned.
Cool. Feeling good. in the
Harold.
neighborhood.
Harold.
What?
Insight. Is he tired? Is he repressing his emotions? Or is he, does he seem like drained somehow?
I'm gonna need a medicine check from you.
Medicine check?
Not an insight.
What is my medicine? I don't actually know. 19. I think. Is that a 7? Contacts. Nope, that's 11. So that's
That was a 17.
Oh, it was a 17. So yeah, 19.
So, just looking over him, he's got dark circles under his eyes, and you can just, like, the way he's holding himself, he is exhausted. Extremely exhausted.
Harold, what did you do last night?
And it's at that moment that the door to the main chambers open. Walking in is the stern-looking, silver-haired moon elf in gleaming green mithril full plate. Arcane elven runes can be seen etched along the rolled edges. His silvered hair billows like his cape as he walks. What you usually see as a green cloak embroidered with a gold-trimmed white tree emblem of Evermeet is now pure white, with only the golden stitching of the tree.
The sounds of his metal greaves and leather boots stamp into the moonstone floor with unanticipated force, like someone rapping upon the chamber door, letting you know he is purposefully making his usually quiet presence be known. He stands proudly in the center of the room and speaks calmly, clearly, but assertively from the chest, making his voice amplified, unmuddied, and unburdened by the acoustics in the room.
And are you all in your room right now?
I think I'm kind of standing
Like
at
in
the
the
door.
hallway?
foyer.
Yeah.
From
Also,
how I understand the room setup, we're in that antechamber.
Petunia has my wand
Got it.
specifically.
Okay, got it.
And Harold has the flock of familiars that are still up.
Okay.
And they dissipate as this man walks in.
Got it, no problem.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I've called Simone to my shoulder.
Okay. Valenthrio Galanodel, by order of the Sovereign Council, through the power of the Seldorine over the Green Isle, you are to be arrested of your freedoms within our kingdom.
There
You
it
are
is.
under order to comply, to be pacified and detained for questioning under suspicion of murder to King Ilaninaro Durathil.
The king's dead.
He stands stoically. You can see that his eyes move to you for a moment. He gives you kind of like a knowing nod and then looks back towards Vinley.
I'm gonna make my way through my friends, putting my hands on their shoulders and outwardly saying it's okay. And then in my head saying, all I can do is tell the truth. If they want to try and kill me, they can.
And those same bands,
Yeah.
those ribbons are put over on your wrists.
As you feel the special connection that all elves have become completely stunted and blocked like a creature stuck inside of a jar of glass.
What do we do?
We're gonna play along.
Hope I don't die.
We
won't.
won't let you.
I look over to this gentleman and I say, but I don't say it with the same panache. It's much more real, Harold. So wait. Is there going to be a trial or?
Yes. Will we be allowed to speak on her behalf or hear evidence presented?
If she has nothing to hide, she has nothing to fear. And with that, he turns and escorts her out.
Very well.
Sweet. Definitely never I don't say this until he's gone. It's like, oh, you should definitely never distrust anybody who says those words. If you get nothing to hide, what's the problem?
I think he's purely loyal to Evermeet. I don't think he has an ulterior motive. He strikes me as a very straightforward, noble guy.
Lawful.
If
Did you
had
say
the
waffle?
word-
Lawful.
Oh, lawful. Yeah.
Must be hungry.
He's waffle good.
He's a waffle guy.
The Waffle House alignment chart. Let's go.
But you
Chaotic scrambled. I'm sorry.
Oh, good God.
Scattered neutral.
I was going.
Smothered.
I was gonna go with true bacon.
Okay, all right.
You are. That's one shot. Okay. You are escorted out of the room and are met with two other mithril guards who flank your front as Valagar follows from behind.
You wind down a multitude of hallways and passageways before you eventually come to a descension of stairs that fade into darkness. The knights in front of you hold out a hand to touch the wall as ethereal light radiates off the iridescent moonstone walls. The moonlight glow illuminates the path and gleams off of their white cloaks and silvery blue shimmer of their mithril plate armor. I will also note that their armor is the silvery white blue.
His is
the
green
only one that is green tinted.
Sorry, 2 points of order. One, what time of day is it?
Morning.
Yeah, this is morning.
Okay, so like sunrise. Sorry, the reflection thing. I was like, is it night? Are
It's
they
because they are still within the palace,
Yeah,
and they've
got it,
gone
got
to
it.
an area that's going.
also? Are
further.
they? Was there an invitation almost to follow?
No.
As
Okay.
soon, as soon
Okay.
as Vinley, as soon as they left, door was shut.
Okay. Just
and
wanted to clarify.
Seisha, you would hear an audible lock.
Oh,
They're locking the door now.
we've been locked in.
So, just FYI.
I mean,
No, like turned the lock now. The pretense is gone.
locks are only as effective as the people who built them.
The staircase winds and bends like a serpent, boring its way into the earth before the glow of the moonstone walls muddies and fades into the earth of which it was magically grown. Palisade walls disappear into an empty, cavernous void deep below the ground. Deep shadows dance along the stone as they are held back by a dancing of light and continual flame held aloft on intricately hewn stone pillars reaching well over 50 feet into the stalactite-covered ceiling.
The room is almost like an Escher labyrinth of stairwells, arched entrances, bridges, and crossways without walls for the majority of this swollen cavity. Every path eventually littered by or seemingly ending at intricate gated caged doorways. Their metal bars looking just as elegant as the layered sprouting tree Nuova design that of the palace arched windows.
Even our dungeons are beautiful.
You are brought to a command tower carved from the pillars of rocks that create its elevated platform that look out over the myriad of passageways.
Is there anything you're doing while you're being escorted?
I'm making specific note of where I'm going
Okay.
and how to get back to my friends if I need to.
Are you doing this over the bond, or are you just taking personal note?
I'm just taking personal note.
Okay.
No, I don't think
okay.
Emily's not very talkative. She doesn't want to talk to these people right now.
Right now, and just so you know, it's just you and Valagar.
Oh.
Oh, is it the other two
It's
too?
a-
Oh, sorry,
okay,
I thought
okay.
they stopped at, they touched the walls. That's right.
Yep.
For some reason, I was like, they stopped and held attention.
Nope.
Yep, that's right. They came in as well.
As you make your way up to this elevated platform, a few elves lazily sit around a large table grown from the earth topped with a raw-edged slab of polished wood. As you approach, you can hear them whispering in Elvish. You don't catch every word, but you get a few things of interest in their short conversation, some of which is the shock and disbelief that Ilionaro was king for only 3 days. Another part of the conversation that seems to be their confusion about one of the other prisoners. However, their conversation ends before you hear any more as they begin to slowly move to take your information as Valagar steps forward, causing them to stumble and jump to attention.
Valenthrio Galanodel, prisoner for questioning for the death of the king.
Yes, Knight Commander. Prisoner Galanoto.
And you watch the guard pause as he says your name, realizing what house you come from. As he looks to the other guards silently, sharing a look of continued disbelief of what their day has become. He then quickly catches himself and continues.
Please present any and all weapons, artifacts, mage implements, and spell components you may have on your person. Failure to comply will cause you to be stripped of all your belongings beyond your basic linens. And you show...
I have nothing.
Yeah, and you truly have nothing, right?
Yeah, I truly
Okay,
have nothing.
Awesome.
Got it? You are still quickly felt over by a fem guard, but with seeing that you've basically come in with exactly what they would have taken from you.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't even have shoes on. I'm barefoot.
Okay.
Should have gone naked and just stuck it to him.
Definitely not that one. I thought about it though.
All right. You are then continued to be escorted over and through the bridge passageways where you see enough prison cell doors embedded into the rock wall that could house an army. One thing you notice, even though you are neither a metalsmith or a blacksmith, is that there is a wide variety of metals used for these prison cell doors. You recognize some of the metals as simple steel, the nearly pitch black brown shimmer of adamantine that you've seen before, and the silvery blue of mithril, the pitted, jagged rust of cold, wrought iron, and many more that you do not recognize.
As you are being brought to your inevitable pit of despair, you see a man in clothes that are elegant but functional, more purpose than design, but still tailored with high elven intricacy. You recognize the attire as a palace laborer being questioned and interrogated. You are being pushed too fast to get a full conversation, but if you wanted to, you could possibly try to listen in as you pass by.
Absolutely.
Give me a perception check.
Perception is gonna be a 21.
You don't get the whole, but you hear the words anaphylactic shock.
Told you, peanut.
Yeah.
But
I will just reiterate that in my mind to the bond.
eventually, your trail ends at a small cave chamber with a multitude of rooms sectioned off and hidden behind the barred doors. As you pass one, a figure rushes up from the shadows as you hear a familiar, raspy voice.
Oh, looks like they got their grubby hands on you two. It's too late, though. They can't wrestle the food from our stomachs nor remove the glorious feeling of pride it left on the way out.
Absolutely.
Isn't that right, you grumpy, brown-nosing, boot-stomping grunts?
I look to the two other guards. Wow.
And you hear movement from behind you, but just as the Knight Commander goes to confront the assault of words from the old half-elven sailor, another voice calls out from a cell overhead that stops everyone. The words spoken are calm, but pleading.
Emthon, please restrain your words. Despite their ignorant and blind nature, it does not suit a man who spent his whole life to get here. To try and forcibly spend it in misery, locked away as a prisoner? I promise I'll help you, but you must at least try to show some respect.
I turn to Valagar with a look of horror on my face.
And you see Valagar's brow furrow with concern and confusion as he looks up towards past the stairs of the cells above. His head tilts, and he takes a step back on his heels. A whisper of breath escapes his lips with a name posed as a question.
Amroil.
The voice from the shadowed cell above does not reply as your cell door is opened by one of the other guards. The Knight Commander shakes his head in confusion before focusing back on his duty and locks you behind the bars.
I advise you to comply when questioned. Murder, especially of the crowned, is worthy of a punishment far worse than death. Best not to add any reason for us to worsen a sentence of assassination, conspiracy, and treason. I assure you, I will find who did this.
His last words ring with a truth you've only heard very few speak with. And it's hard to tell if they're punctuated with a condemning tone. He then turns, and it's not long before you no longer hear the sounds of his footsteps and the other guards echoing through the cave.
Could
You,
I
however,
try to say something to him before he walks away?
Sure, absolutely.
The last thing he said was, don't,
I
answer
assure
the
you.
questions.
I will find out. Yeah, answer the questions, and then the last thing he said was, I will find out who did this.
Valagar, I hope you do. But the prince being locked up is wrong. They can have me. He can't be in a cell. What are the people going to think when he takes the throne?
You say this as he turns to leave. What's your passive insight and passive perception?
14 for insight, 19 for perception.
There is the slightest pause in his step as you say this, but he continues to walk.
Hey guys, Prince Lamaril's here.
Here, how?
In the cell about 4 away.
They arrested him?
Yes. Also,
Obviously.
I'm pretty near Ampthar, so that's
Yep.
nice.
Oh,
They're
he's
looking
alive.
bad,
That's good.
that's for sure.
They obviously were going to arrest the prince. Who else could they blame for it?
Well, Fenley.
Valagar does not seem pleased by this.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think
He doesn't seem pleased by anything.
he needs a girl
down again.
or boy.
With him.
So you know where you are. If you if you look at the link we sent you a couple times and resend it to you, but there's new pictures added. But you're kind of on the lower end, right? And then around a corner there's where Amtharn would be, and then up and kind of turned away also is where Lamrua would be. So you are on the other wall facing towards them, as they are imprisoned as well. But although due to the natural path of the magically hewn stone, none of the doors directly face each other. So it's hard to fully see more than silhouettes or fragments of them if they were to be like pushed up against the bars. However, they are definitely within speaking distance.
Hey, Ampthar, Lamaril.
Aye.
I know you're there, Lamaril.
He is quiet for a second, and then... Yeah, this is, not a good morning.
I was actually just thinking the same exact thing. But I did see what I saw. And what you heard.
I see.
So the king's dead.
And I was the last to see him alive.
And I was the one that witnessed. And they hate me. They called me a snake. So that didn't feel too good. I don't think, well, Amtharn, you have a lot to worry about, but
He
Lamaril,
laughs.
I don't think you have anything to worry about. Valagar seemed pretty upset that you were here.
Anthar, you're boned. I don't. You're just boned.
Anthar, I mean, rip. But
It was worth it. Did you see it? I did exactly as you said. I ate the finest food, and then I did the most glorious shit.
And the last man ate that.
Yeah. Oh, so you did see it all.
I'm pretty sure every one of the BFGs.
I swear I was done for, but for some reason, at the very last second, I was moved to step to the side. And then
I stepped on a pebble and I stumbled just a bit, and it just so happened to be right out of the path.
and his sword just fell right into my hand. And his face fell right into my... Well,
I mean, thank Timora, I guess.
he had a glorious shit-eating grin.
I mean,
I bet
Also,
you're
I mean,
so proud of yourself
Valagar
right
liked
now.
it.
And Lemon will be like, I mean, to be frank, it was only a matter of time before he ate the shit that spewed out of his mouth. He's kind of a right dick, but
As opposed to the left one.
as much as I want to continue with, well, revelry, Finley, the Tree of Souls is dying.
yes,
And with the king dead, I can only assume that there is more going on here.
I know it. Lamaril, the reason I was banished is probably because of the tree. Well, tangentially, but you get what I'm saying.
You said you heard what the king offered, yes?
I did. And I can swear to that. And if it makes you feel better, I also told all of my travel companions. We're kind of doing a no holds back honesty policy now.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, but again, your word, and more so their word,
Right.
has zero pull.
I was hoping. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping you'd be sitting in the council room. I didn't consider that you would be suspect.
Yeah,
That
well,
makes sense. You have motive, but not really, because you had the throne. But I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. I'm nervous, I guess.
well, we're here for who knows how long.
Do you know any fun games?
Have you ever played the game Escape?
Yes, actually, a couple times, but I don't think it's the time or place for sure to do that game. Maybe. Maybe if the trial goes poorly, we can talk about this.
I don't think I'd be getting a trial.
Oh,
Unless, Captain, you said you'd be getting me out of here. Well, it's a shame and a somewhat coincidence that the king should perish just after the prodigal son had returned.
Indeed. Either extreme coincidence, or we stumbled upon something and forced the true assailant's hand.
who do we think did it? Let's brainstorm. Amtharn, you used to be a pirate, so you're a cutthroat. So you, out of all of us, should know who has the right motivation. But if I'm being honest, there's only one suspect in my mind for who could have done it, but I can't accept it. I don't think that she would do that.
Are we able to
Communicate. to me.
communicate when on her part of the conversation?
So,
Oh, great.
I don't
there
like
is
that
not an anti-magic. There is an anti-magic you cannot cast currently because
Right.
of the spellbinds.
Mhm. My beautiful little bracelets.
But there does seem to be a little bit of
Resist static.
yeah interference.
Yeah, you're getting
Going through a
broken.
tunnel.
Okay.
I'm getting pushback on the
It does
magic.
not cancel the spell. You all have the
But
telepathic
her
bond,
part
But
is-
but Bentley's
she's
part.
out of range.
Yep.
Breaker.
Yep.
Got it.
I don't think Amiria did it. I did call her a sheep and a lowly animal, so that may have made her angry enough to do it, but
No, I mean, this is like I said. 3 days is a blink of an eye.
you know what I'm calling him? I know that. Never mind. That's disrespectful,
And
Amruel.
more so, he's an archmage.
Right, so who?
He is not just a pushover.
Not like human kings.
Peanut.
From what I was able to gather from what I could get out of the guards, is it was
Shock.
what they are calling natural causes.
Oh, then why are we here?
Should have cast EpiPen.
But
She says that loud enough that she hopes the guards can hear it. Like, then why am I here?
and he pauses. Natural causes, as in the way that you die when you can't come back.
Oh.
It's all coming together.
So whoever did this has at least the knowledge of resurrection. Smart enough to make sure he couldn't be brought back.
Knows how he needed to be he needed to be taken out in order to make it so that he can't just be resurrected. His sister is the high priest of Sahani Moonbow. Resurrecting him would be nothing.
So who had that intimate knowledge, do you think? Obviously Emiria. She's an archdruid.
I mean, most of the council, if not all of them,
Right.
would be pertinent to that information.
Do you think any of them are brave enough to take a swing?
It's a... Why
Now.
why swear him in? They are the ones who voted. Like, it was a unanimous decision to...
Put him
But-
on the throne.
They were unsettled that it was a sun elf, but... From what I've been able to gather, it's because of the Tree of Souls. He was... to help fix it. That's why I think there's more going on.
He has to be here.
I'll write it down.
Lamuel, my original crime was for killing a man. Do you remember this?
I remember you told me.
That man's name was Ilitron near Bellum. I saw...
He pauses, and even though you can't see him,
Yeah.
he's like trying to like, do I recognize that?
not a
I
very-
don't know the name.
It's not a very popular family name. I don't think I killed him because I visited 3 Baelnorns, and they showed me that he was a Faerie. Kaimon Nimison.
There is an audible,
Yeah.
like,
It's not a gasp of surprise. It's more like a grumble or a grunt, a growl
yeah,
of
like
hatred.
He's just like, yeah, and you just hear. You think that this Illatran was Kaimel?
Yes. I know.
What happened when you killed him?
I threw a skeletal chill touch hand at him and it clung to his throat and choked him and he fell to the ground and I ran away. And then the next
So you
day...
did not see what happened.
I did not. But Emiria was there. That's why she hates me. She saw me kill him, but she doesn't understand what he did.
Did you tell him what he did? I can't
Yes.
remember if you went
I
full
did.
detail
Yeah,
with him. Okay,
with
yeah,
him.
I thought so. I just yeah.
Because he needs to know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he was
yeah,
heading
yeah,
into.
yeah. That's where he went. That slimy bastard.
I agree. 100%.
If you think he's not dead, then he is absolutely behind this.
He killed my parents. A friend of mine watched
You're
it.
certain that this Illatran that you killed
Yes.
is the same as Kaimel.
With unerring certainty.
And you're certain that he is still alive?
I know it. He looks very different.
If that is true, then we share our sorrow because he killed my entire family.
I'm not gonna let him kill my sister. I can't.
And you're certain that he has her? Of course he does. We
That's
need
what
to
he
get out of
does.
here. We need to get you out of here.
And Amthar. just in case.
We need to save the tree.
I've never been really good with plants, Lamorel. Literally every one I touch dies.
Amthar, have you tried pissing on it? I hear it's good for the roots.
You know, I haven't actually, but considering that we're elves, it might actually be logical that it works.
I don't pee on plants.
I'm working up some fertilizer right now.
Natural fertilizer.
Hi, welcome to D4 Bathroom Talk.
I mean,
Every episode.
yeah.
It's our thing.
We're adults.
I agree, we need to get out of here to save the tree, but I mean, unless you know a secret passageway out of here, I know there are probably several.
There are some, but
Did y'all plan for an overthrow? Because that could be handy.
Viva la revolution.
Or should we just...
there are servant passages all through this palace. How do you think I snuck out?
You're right. I should have looked at my room. I was busy. Do you think we should go through with the questioning, or should we try and get out now?
I don't know how long it's gonna be before.
You start to hear footsteps walking this direction.
I walk away.
Yep.
From the
As
gates.
the voices quiet down, and the guard, you hear a cage a little bit further away. You would have to probably shout in order to have a conversation with this person. So it opens and closes. And then eventually they walk to Amthon's and unlock it and go, "You're needed for questioning. The king is dead, and we're not sure if you have nothing to do with it or not. Come with us. Lamruel, you will be questioned soon."
I wait patiently.
You see that it is not Valagar, it's just...
He actually says, I await patiently, Rythiel? What is his name? Roven. I wait patiently, Roven.
Who wishes to question?
And you hear, Amtharm is like, I don't even know who the fuck your king is!
Pick him out in a crowd.
Vinley does just passively yell that he was in a cell all day. Surely we're not grasping at straws. And then
He murdered the king before or after he took a shit?
And it looks back and goes,
I mean,
They can
"Things
question
have
for
only
conspiracy.
seemed to get more troublesome since you have arrived. He was a part of your ship. Maybe he knows something." And
It's almost like we're being framed.
maybe.
takes off Amthorn, and again, after a little while, you hear the footsteps dissipate.
Yep. But
Lamorel, I'm gonna be so upset if they kill him. I'm gonna be honest.
they're not.
They killed their king.
Bentley, we don't have much time. If we get separated, I need you to know how to get into the temple. So you can get to the tree.
Okay. That won't happen, but absolutely, just in case.
If there is more going on, there's a chance that whoever is, and if he is pulling the strings, there's a strong chance that he has someone here. And there's a chance that I could be detained for questioning. If not, to keep me away from what I know of this place.
Right. What was the council member that talked to Seisha?
The woman?
Mm-hmm.
Haramara.
Haramala. That one.
Haramara. Haramara.
Oh yeah, that's right.
that one, the one.
Haramarar.
Look, didn't make these names. They exist.
I will say that name. Haramarar Alakh.
Corian Phil.
Corianthil.
Haramara. Aelin Nuath.
Haramara Aelin Nuath.
Hamburger with aioli.
She stuck out to me as being a little too interested in your family.
Oh. Okay.
I think what was the name of the guy who was like all interested in the outside
It wasn't
world?
her.
No,
The
no, no.
silver hair?
Sorry, that
No,
was.
yeah.
No, it was
It's Anahare.
Anahare Irath. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's my no.
But who was the council
Ranger
member that was
Paladin.
all interested in the outside world and excited talking to us?
Licensure.
Licensure. That was it.
Amikasar.
Yep.
He's too charming.
You hear tearing, like fabric tearing.
Are you okay?
Yep. Just hold on. Trying to. Let's see. I've got.
Oh, I should have worn layers. That would have
This'll
been
work.
nice.
I think this'll. What is this? I'm not gonna question it. And you.
I'm horrified to think about what you're saying right now, my prince.
And a few minutes later, there is a little bit more tearing, and you hear like chip, like something, like he's like something chipping, and you hear like a piece of like stone or something kind of break away, and then you hear another bit of tearing, and then a crumpled up piece of fabric is with another piece of fabric kind of tied around it, kind of dangles down and then starts like a pendulum as he starts to
Hell yeah.
Toss. So go ahead and make a dex check to try and grab it.
17.
17. Okay.
let me see how well his aim is.
Oh, wait. Ability check. 18.
It's pretty big.
Okay.
Good enough.
Cool. Yeah. You a couple of swings.
Yeah,
you're
it's
able
you
to
miss
reach out.
it, and it's like, and you can like direct him like a little bit more, like put a little bit more, kind of helping him.
My arms aren't that long.
And he's like, oh, this is not easy.
I'm sorry. My elbows don't bend that way.
And then kind of goes, and then at the he's like you're like, I don't have much more length, and then goes, and then you see it slip out as it's not long enough, and so he has to let it go, and you reach and kind of just miss it at first, but then catch it on the downward fall as you pull it up.
Okay, that was horrifying. Why did we do that?
And crumpled up in a ball.
Ew. It feels like fabric. This paper feels like fabric.
Nice.
Yeah, and as you unravel it, there's a piece of stone used as a weight in the center of it.
Oh.
That's his, and then he kind of goes, all right, that is as much as I can remember. I haven't been there in a very long time. And
These are rules or a riddle?
It's about that time that you hear footsteps once again, because him ripping and writing and all of that took a good while.
and you hear him go, it. And then he stops because there's footsteps approaching.
Yeah, Vinley stops talking as well, and in between her very flat chest, where there's that look, I have it. There's that little hole right there,
Yeah, you
so
hold
you
it up.
can't see it on the clothes.
Got it. And you see Amtharn returned,
Oh,
and
thank the Seldering.
and then they move up to Lamruel's prison cell. Lamruel, Amanodel, you are wanted for questioning. And the cell door opens.
And he's like, oh, can you give me 5 more minutes? I was just about to take a nap. And he just smiles at him. Or as he's coming out, you can see him just grinning. And let's get it over with.
It's about to go down.
All right. And,
And you kind of hear as he's going, so how's your sister?
You really have to bring her up now. I thought you were married. And he like forcibly pushes him.
Not when I was with her.
Oh, I am saving that for when he comes to get me.
These are the days of our lives.
It is historically accurate that he was.
Yeah.
He was fun. So,
Him.
while all of that is happening, what is happening
Yeah.
in the room?
Well,
We will pick up with
the
you
guard
guys
out front
as,
came in
the
and
door
told us the
closes
Idle
and-
Champions code, which is so my poem blew.
I guess it wasn't a good poem that you helped write for Samantha.
I can't even be mad at you for that one.
All right, so
Oh, go ahead.
Harold, what's going on with you?
What do you mean? I'm fine.
Harold, you're reminding
Wait,
me
what
of
was
that
the
time
question?
my dog drank beer.
Huh?
You're reminding me of that time my dog drank beer.
He's not drunk.
I'm not drunk. I didn't drink anything.
Something's wrong.
I know. I wish I knew what.
I'm just a little tired. That's all. I mean, who
Can
hasn't been
anyone
tired?
do that thing where you get rid of all the poison or spells or curses?
I tried that. Well, not the big one, but
Like the big one to
I did the one for poisons and diseases.
restore?
The restoration one?
Yeah.
I think that would be in Venley's wheelhouse.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, Venley. Fuck. We don't have Venley.
Yeah.
You guys heard that too, right? We can't even talk to her right now.
Yeah.
If you try and talk both directions, it's like there's still a connection, but it's like
Yeah.
the faintest whisper that's so far away you can't hear, or something that's so muddled like you're trying to hear someone underwater. Like it's just whatever.
Like a Wendy's drive-through.
Yeah. Man, this is a Wendy's.
I am...
So good.
All right, that was kind of creepily accurate. While they're talking, I'm going to start going around looking to see if there's an alternative way out of this area.
I mean,
Give me an investigation.
there's a way out. And I am actually going to scritch Simone's chin and just... Would my lady be able to answer a question for me?
What? No.
I gotta word this shit carefully. Does she think it would be pertinent for me to attempt to place myself as someone to perform final rites as a grand servant of the Raven Queen? I'm trying to think of the right fantasy word for.
I understand what you're asking.
Yeah, if she could be the.
Lay the spirit to rest.
Yeah. Yeah. Was I can't think of the word. The person who works at a funeral
It's
place.
Chaplain?
No.
it is fine.
Undertale.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Insight. Okay.
This isn't for Simone or the Raven Queen. This is more so thinking about elven etiquette.
Ooh, thank God I have a +9. It's 14.
14.
And unfortunately, I also rolled, so I only have woe this time.
Got it. You would know that who you serve would definitely want you to be there.
It's more, does she think it's a good idea to do here?
I want to say you can't get a direct answer from the Raven Queen herself.
Yeah.
Not without utilizing,
Yeah.
because there is a spell that specifically
Yeah.
does that. But you can almost like, as this is your form of praying, you get the sense of like Simone just kind of like the head tilts, and it just kind of looks at you. Eye kind of turns, kind of looks, and you get that sense of
Maybe. Yeah. All right.
And it's more so because of your insight looking at like how would the elves view this, where it's real muddy and you're unsure if it's a good idea. But I mean, you know what your queen wants.
I'm gonna go to the door.
okay.
I'm gonna knock on it a little bit.
Okay.
Pardon me, are there any guards directly outside the store?
You get no response.
If there are, please, I would like to offer, as I feel our presence has caused tension. I am a grand servant of the Raven Queen and have been granted the rights of burial should it be desired to give a kingly burial. I offer my services, that is all.
There is no reply.
24.
I'll go up to the door.
I will follow very close behind, probably trying to pull on his cloak. What are you doing, love? What are you doing?
No, it's
Harold,
fine.
what are you doing?
I'm
Harold, what are you
I'm
doing?
cool with these guys.
Harold, you need to lay down.
I'm good.
Harold, you need to lay down.
Knock, knock. And I will slide the game under the door with a little note at the bottom that reads, situation? With a question mark at the end.
It is instantly slid back under. It lets you know that somebody is there, but there is no reply.
Understood. I will take it and I will wave everybody away from the door.
All you of you? All you of you?
Yeah, basically. I'll make sure that nobody's else by the door, and then I'll be like, okay, so there is definitely somebody outside watching with my boys, my people out front.
So,
They're being watched.
question about the architecture of this place. Because we've mentioned the stonework a lot. Are plants a natural part of the architecture? Like almost like stone walls between large tree trunk parapet
No.
kind of
So
thing.
okay, the tree motifs that we're talking about, the windows and stuff
Thank
like that. Yeah, is an Art Nouveau design. So like the
Okay,
windows.
so there's nothing natural in this room.
If there are, they are
It's like it's in potted plants or
That's what I mean.
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yep.
But the windows, they grow up like bars, and then their branches kind of.
Okay, I was a
curve
little
out and
confused from
overlap.
things like that table that had grown from the earth.
That was way down.
Okay,
deep.
we're just
below.
up too high.
You are in the Moonstone Palace where everything is made of moonstone. There are certain things like the oh my god, in the King's Chamber, or the not the King's Chamber but the audience chamber. There, those are made of the moonstone. But most of the furniture and things like that are separate. It's not. They are not grown from the moonstone as well.
Okay, that helps. I've got some ideas, but I think they're a bit risky. I think we should wait for the trial before we do anything.
I think this one should go to bed.
Who?
Harold,
Yeah. What?
I-
Were you talking? I'm sorry.
I'm worried about you.
Harold, you need to go lay down.
I can't lay down. If Emily's in trouble,
We can't leave.
we can leave.
Harold, was it something you ate?
I mean, all I had were good berries. I had a lot of good berries.
That doesn't.
Wait. How many?
I don't know.
There were not that many in the bowl.
Can I make a nature check to know if there's any like like kind of how if you eat too many raw almonds you'll
Good berry
get
poison.
poisoned. Like
He overdosed on good berries.
The nature or arcana.
okay.
Too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
We're gonna stick with nature because I'm proficient. And what's proficiency bonus? Or is that already
should be- it
factored
should
in
already
on
be
D&D
factored in.
and Beyond? Okay. Yay, D&D Beyond. That's gonna be a 14.
Okay. You know that like a single good berry will sustain you for an entire day. Eating more than one, it's just like maybe you'll get when you eat way too much and you're just I am so full.
He's got food coma.
But
Itis.
But yeah,
The itis, that was the word.
yeah, but I would say that what he is feeling, it's not that like he is not showing the symptoms of like I'm so full, like when you're like I have a stomach ache because I've eaten too much, or I'm just like I just
I
want
had
to.
that yesterday. Like, he had that.
And
Yeah,
then-
that's what he had yesterday.
And being a druid and knowing how Goodberry works, this isn't
Yeah.
how Goodberry
All right,
works.
so it's not what you ate. So something's wrong.
And you all see Seisha just kind of like very meticulously going around the room, looking at every wall, crevice, corner, moving things, pulling on like anything that looks like it could move. And as her hand trails across, you can see that ethereal glow just kind of trail behind her. And there's at one point in the far back side where the trail has a soft seam that goes around real quick, almost completely. You almost missed it. And when you take your hand away, you do not see a door seam.
Interesting. I'm going to try to find the way to open it.
Okay.
Gonna be another investigation check.
I will turn to the rest of the group and through the telepathic bond. If you hear any movement outside, let me know immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
We don't want to get caught doing this. And I'm going to do that. So investigation again?
I want to sneak out, but I know the second I do, they're gonna get us.
29!
29. Okay. You are able to interact with this wall for a second, and
I learned this from the bathroom.
And yeah, as you were doing that, you can see as where the wall illuminates, there is a like you can see glyphs kind of surrounding this area, and as you continue to do it, it illuminates and you can see, I mean, extremely well hidden.
Yeah.
The slightest. It's not a keyhole, but for
Yeah.
ease of descriptions, a keyhole.
Yeah.
But where something could be is most likely inserted, and then it unlocks it.
Got it.
And
Okay.
opens it. But it is, you definitely see there are arcane scriptures that, and
yeah,
like
it's
runes
about
that kind of.
intricate layering of circles that kind of wrap around it, and and as you look at it, they kind of
Yeah.
move.
That was exactly my thought.
Yeah, and they kind of move, and then
Yeah.
as soon as like you stop touching and the light goes away, it's
Flame
seamless.
Even if you like were to illuminate this wall, like I want this area illuminated, it does not show. It's you purposefully being like, this is where the door is.
Okay. Having seen the keyhole for what we're calling it, I am going to try to keep an eye out for anything that might fit in there.
You, with your investigation of the room and anything like that,
And nothing that you have seen.
Okay. The keyhole. Is it a lock?
It could be.
it does not look like a padlock that you're typically used to, but
I'm
this
wondering if it's
is
something I could try picking.
You can
Most
most
certainly.
certainly try.
I don't like the way you said that.
Wait. Seisha, wait.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
No,
gonna wait
you're-
till after the
Seisha.
trial.
Seisha,
Harold, what are you doing?
if you're gonna do it,
Not now.
no, if you're gonna do it, just make sure you go left to right. Never go right to left. And I'll give her Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. Okay.
well, you know that bardic inspiration only lasts a little bit. You'll forget what he said after a little while. And it just won't have the same ring.
Damn it, Harold.
What?
Well, I wasn't gonna try to open it right now, but now I feel like I have to.
You told me to keep an eye out if anybody's gonna be here. I don't care.
Well, yeah, but
I've got plenty of good advice. I'm fucking full of it.
Harold, you need to lay down.
In so many ways, I'm full of it.
You really need to lay down.
I'm not gonna. If I lay down, I'm out.
Yes, that's the point.
But if I'm out, then I can't help. Look. I gave great advice just now. That was great advice. 10 out of 10, Harold. Way to go, buddy.
Harold, do you feel like you feel better if you threw up?
No. I feel like I feel better if I slept for a week.
I'm just saying I'm your friend and I would do that for you. If you needed it.
You'd let me. You'd like, throw me up?
No, I'd make you throw up.
Oh no! Don't do that. I don't like that feeling.
But if you so wish to pick the store, we have new rules. The first thing that you can do is with your thieves' tools, you can investigate the lock.
yes.
And this will give you a target number for how difficult the lock is.
Okay.
So, you want to roll thieves' tools?
Okay. And I add my prof.
Yes, because you are proficient with thieves'
Right.
tools now.
Okay, so that's 5. 17.
17. This is a hard lock, and the target numbers is somewhere between 18 and 20. Like anywhere 18 to 20, you can hit any of those. And the way that this is going to work, because you are proficient and you have lock tools, correct?
Yes.
There's a scale. Those are going to give you a D8 to use.
Okay.
And it's going to be more so like you're actually working with tumblers. You can use as many D8s as you so wish, right?
Okay.
Unless we're in combat.
Yeah.
To try and reach that target number. Because you have Bardic Inspiration, you will be able to re-roll one of these dice.
Okay.
If you roll under your target number, and you try and select that, won't unlock. And if you, kind of like blackjack,
Yeah.
if you bust, bad things may happen. So,
Ooh, this is stressing. Okay. Okay. Let's try it.
okay,
So D8.
D8.
2.
Okay.
2.
I'm gonna give you a running tally. 5.
Okay.
Tell us the numbers.
Just 5.
Oh,
Yeah, 5. That's what he's saying, right? That's
2, 3.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah.
Then another 3.
Okay, so that's 8.
4.
Okay, 12.
And Bardic lets me reroll.
You can keep going. You're still.
Yeah.
Yep.
5.
So that puts you at 17. And you know the target number is 18 to 20.
So I can roll and then decide to use Bardic, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Just roll a 1.
I'm gonna use that Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. What
That
number?
was a 7.
Okay.
Maybe I should roll it.
I have woe just in case.
Whoa.
2.
A 2. So if you replace the 7
Yes.
with the 2, then that would make it a 19, which is in the target. And you see Seisha over there just kind of like...
and it's taking so every D8 roll is like a minute
Okay.
of you like
Jesus.
fig,
Okay.
like finagling and you know it's
This is the first time you've ever interacted with something like this.
Yeah.
Left to right.
basically yeah.
You have shims jammed in to where the seam is, and just to hold it so you can manipulate your small tools, and you're feeling and kind of holding your ear up to it, and waiting to like messing with pins, but it's not pins. You are manipulating the stone
Yep, and
itself.
you are literally, and as you're going, you're feeling the stonework shift with those circles.
That's scary.
And then eventually, and the shims fall to the ground.
Okay.
Yep, and that where that glow shimmers, and the wall dissipates away, and you see a passageway in front of you.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Oh,
How did you do that?
Sure. Hard out, Voss.
you're getting good.
So, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. Aril. tried to make it elven.
That was
good. They're likely going to come for us at some point.
Yeah.
UCV. I'm not real sneaky, so I'm gonna stay here, and I'll make sure that they don't come in.
Okay.
I believe you.
That
Just
does make sense.
close all our bedroom doors and say we went to sleep. Okay.
It'll be like, we're fine. How are you? We're busy. Harold's pooping.
That
We're all
sounds
helping
super
him.
on the nose. I love it.
Very realistic.
We could say we all got food
We're all
poisoning.
taking a shit.
Yeah, we all are we're not used to this
No,
ever meeting
got it.
food.
Oh God.
Harold has a rash, and we're all getting it. You don't want to come in here, because...
It's spreading. It's
Yeah.
spreading
I got
out.
Okay, good call.
V,
yeah.
you're absolutely brilliant.
I know.
Over the telepathic
Harold
bond.
needs to stay and sleep.
I'm not sleeping when Vinley's in treeping.
Yeah, Harold, you look like crap.
What?
What? Nothing?
Okay.
Just
You guys, you want to do this?
I was born. What was the question?
So when we look into this now open pathway, what do we see?
It looks like a corridor that looks like a thin, small hallway. It is currently dark. It fades into darkness, but you know that you can illuminate the walls, and if you so wish.
Cast light on my shield.
I think everybody but you has dark vision?
Yeah.
No, it's V that doesn't.
V,
have
oh yeah,
dark
yeah,
vision.
you're fine. You can see down it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a corridor. And I mean, I would say you growing up as royalty, I know it was slightly different as you were mountain dwarves, but I mean,
Mountains have passageways.
exactly. Think like you would instantly recognize this as servants' passages.
Ah. Got it.
For them to get around without being in the halls.
That's so
I-
sweet. Sorry.
Are we good?
It's efficient.
I'm
You're out
going
of the way.
to go, look, if we get caught, it's V staying behind. It's better if I'm not seen with this group. So I'm just going to, and I am going to wild shape down into a very fat cat. Just those Persians that roly-poly down the hall.
The fattest of cats.
The finest of cats, but with black fur with little white speckles like
love it.
constellations
Yep.
over it.
I just envision my fat cat. Where
Yes.
You walk, you get what I call the floor sweeper belly.
Oh yeah,
Where it just goes back and forth and sweeps the floor as they walk.
that was exactly the cat I was thinking.
But yeah, I like the little dots that are
Yeah.
the constellations. It's awesome. What else? What is everybody
So
else?
I'm gonna hop up on somebody's shoulder and just.
I'll take the lead.
Okay.
I'm
You
in a
in your armor?
cell.
Yep.
I say, do you know how to make wine in prison?
Actually.
Lamuel.
You shouldn't ask
No,
Antharn to help.
I take off my plate and put on the set of leather armor I have. But I do have my shield.
Yeah, and if you want, you can put your armor either in the bag of holding that Karina has or the portable hole that you have.
Just drop it in the portable
Okay.
hole.
And hold on,
I got a plan.
Okay,
got a
Well-
shirt.
Wait.
I got a shirt for this.
Yeah, nice.
Subtlety.
So, my plan is to make us all invisible.
Oh.
will that work?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Is that a
it'll
spell
work.
that would be? I can't imagine.
It can't
I
hurt.
think I took notes. Hang on.
I think I took notes too.
What's taking notes?
Truly.
I mean, doors are under arcane
like something a
lock.
nerd would do.
All spells are counterspelled. In the throne room, audience chamber, and royal chambers.
Audience chamber and royal chamber are the same. Or the throne room and audience chamber is the same. The royal
Yeah.
chambers is the private bedroom of the king.
Yeah. Okay.
And to be clear, when we had that clarification, it wasn't that is it an anti-magic zone or is
No,
it a
it's a counterspell.
No. Okay,
Yep.
that's good.
Which is why
Cast at ninth
yeah.
level.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
And I've got 5 hours as a cat.
So,
Alright.
so we're good with invisible.
Let's try it.
All right, let's do it
I have-
in the hall
I
rather
have-
than in this room.
I think I have a slightly more potent one than you at the moment. Check.
Wow.
Is that so?
I think so.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, but
And
that
backwards,
one-
and in
fine.
heels.
Yeah, it doesn't last as long.
Yes, the greater invisibility.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, greater's for fighting. This is for walking.
Okay.
Okay.
I have the utmost confidence you can walk.
As long as I can lean, I can not be seen, and I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Still got it.
1, 2, 3, 4 of us. That's 5th level,
Yep.
and we all become invisible.
All invisible.
And
Yep.
that means that you all have advantage on your stealth rolls.
Yep.
Congrats, everyone.
Harold,
else.
you'll be rolling regular.
Yup. I'll be rolling normal.
Just stay near me, please.
I'm stealth like a cat. Oh, sorry, Karina. I can understand what you meant by that meow. I was like, yeah, it's alright.
Amazing.
Do we need to make stealth rolls?
Yes, please.
Okay.
For sure.
Only I
But
was
like,
a high
I'm a
level
cat,
bard.
so
I
can
could
I have double
psych
advantage?
myself up.
Triple super advantage.
Oh no, we're fine.
Yep.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm alright.
Okay, Harold.
At 18.
Okay. Petunia.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Work.
Okay. Karina.
22.
And yep. And you're using the cat's stealth,
Ah.
not yours. Just FYI.
Well, I rolled a 19.
Okay.
So
yeah. So
that-
it'd be the
Probably
dex of a
better.
cat.
that'll pass
might
me
actually
while
have
I
it.
add a
Yep.
cat on
Yep.
here.
And then Seisha.
14.
Okay. It is
Debating if I want to be lucky.
It is. Oh, got it. And this is a group stealth check because you are moving together as a unit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll bring everybody down. That's fine.
Love
Do
it.
you want to use my 16?
Nah.
Okay.
Actually higher.
Because I think
We'll
we'll
need
come
that
out at
later
like
if we get
a.
the
I
bite.
think
You are
we'll come
going
out
to
at like a
need that
17,
later.
18.
Yeah.
This one? Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to have advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. You're not wearing your full plate. You're wearing
You're
your
so
leather.
pretty, Stacia.
I am. That's a 16.
16. Hey, 2
Oh,
points
hey,
better.
my stealth was actually better, so that's gonna be a 26 for me.
Nice. Yes, I was like, cats are pretty stealthy, so.
That's it. 26.
Yeah.
Cats have a
Meow.
Who said that?
Nice.
Marina.
And
Oh, jeez.
invisible, unseen, moving down these corridors. You
You have dark vision, right?
So,
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not illuminating the shield, since all of us can see in the dark.
And I'm riding on Harold's shoulder because Petunia will probably fall and Seisha does all the fighting. So
Yeah, I am like
Throw you out.
occasionally bouncing off the wall, like as I like lean and.
I've got like nails
I've got a
in your
whole
shoulder, like
something that you and so something that you and only you would notice, Karina, as also Harold too, but you notice everybody like it's hard to tell where everyone is because you're all invisible, but Harold is not moving fast.
he's extra slow.
He is extra slow.
I'm gonna reach down and just tap him with the claw to like skit him forward. like whipping a horse.
And
you can keep him awake and from running. You know, as he said, occasionally leaning up against the walls because although you are invisible, if you go to touch the walls, it will make your presence known. It won't do it on the floor.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he does
I'll-
not make him go faster. He
Okay,
is only
I'll
moving
use
it.
the claws to steer him
That's fine.
away, and I'll just do that cat chattering to get them to like not go too far ahead without us.
Okay.
In your mind, you hear, "I know exactly what you mean."
Over the telepathic bond, I want to ask Harold, what did you dream about last night?
The usual, you know how it is.
No, tell me.
Well, I'm back at the Bard School. Things are great. And then I'm late for a class, and I can't figure out where the class is. And I turn the corner, and it's there, just like it is every night. They come running at me from all the way down the hall.
Harold, is it the
I
pants?
swear
It's
to
the
God,
fucking
Harold,
pants! You can't escape them!
That's Korean.
Oh,
But
okay.
then I had a dream about Petunia topless, and that was a lot. I mean, it was definitely.
How
Sorry.
is that the only thing I heard
Sorry.
of the bond?
Actually, do we get a better reception from Finley? No? Okay.
Not yet.
It's not
Worth
from where
checking.
you are.
Worth
It's
checking.
because
But I
of
did
where
hear
she
that.
is. But where would you all like to go? You will have to navigate because you don't know where it is, but the DC depends on where you would like to go. But you kind of have access to almost
Entire palace.
anywhere.
I'm just saying.
King's room.
Are we looking
Can
for
I-
a
can I still
particular
talk
object
over
Oh,
here?
yes,
or creature?
absolutely.
King's bedroom. King's bedroom.
Say again, Petunia. Sorry.
I said, are we looking for a particular object or maybe a creature?
Did you see anything in the king's room that Petunia could locate?
I just feel like
Oh,
you're
she
all
has
a
to
lot.
have seen it.
I just feel like you're all a lot smarter than me, and so you probably find more in that room than I could.
You guys
I
should
gotta
slow.
know what it is though.
You gotta slow down. I'm.
No, but if we get in the room, you can investigate it.
What?
Well, yeah.
Well, can we just like point out for the fact, assuming this isn't natural and something's really wrong with me, that means somebody did this to me,
Yeah.
and that's a problem because somebody doesn't like me.
I mean,
Who could possibly not like me? I'm the
Harold,
most likable
Harold,
guy.
you're on Evermeet and you're a half-elf.
Yeah, but also I'm handsome and intelligent and so modest and humble.
All they're going to see is you're a half-elf.
Wait, Harold.
Yes.
There's no
Yeah,
such thing as a bad bit.
No, yeah.
Half-elf taught me that.
No such thing as a bad bit.
Harold, have you ever eaten peanuts before?
Yeah, I think so. I like.
When's the last time you can recall eating peanuts?
It's okay. He's only half allergic to them.
So it didn't kill him.
Not allergic.
If Harold
Now,
has any kind
I
of...
want to clarify
it didn't
what
kill
thing
him
you're
'cause he's-
asking if I've eaten, and when the last time it
That's
was.
genius.
It could be possible that you got a hold of some peanuts.
Peanuts. Okay.
Harold.
Yes.
All right. Yes, I've eaten peanuts recently.
You collected the nuts and took them to the guards. You got contaminated by nut dust. Say something.
Katrina, you've got to help me out here. I don't think it's the peanuts.
Petunia.
Yes.
Petunia,
Yeah.
do you have a way to know about medicine to like investigate him? Just a little
Very
bit.
little, but I can do my
did that
best.
earlier.
You just looked him over.
Petunia
You
can
didn't
like
get in there, just so you know.
Oh, I thought that's why I did a medicine check.
No, that was you were looking at this just like instead of inciting, I said make medicine.
Yeah.
Because
Wait.
you were looking at him, going, "Do I see signs of anything?"
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
It's all good. Yep. So it was like the bags under the eyes,
Yeah,
the heavy
yeah.
breathing, the way he was holding himself up.
Got it. Never mind.
Harold, stand. Yeah, I can't.
Watch
I
out,
can't,
boy.
I can't hold
Watch
your
out.
weight. I can't hold your weight. Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
where are you all going?
No, they're stopping to.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
But Petunia's
we
gonna
will be going to
medicine.
the king's room.
Yeah,
Copy
we're
that.
going to the king's bedroom.
Yeah, I want to check him
king's
over with
name.
medicine, just in case. We'll see.
Okay, and you can't see
Give me
him.
that earring.
Oh, that counted as the 14.
Oh wow, cool. That'd be 17.
Do you need light, Petunia?
No, she
I
can't
can.
see him
I've got my.
because he's
I'm
invisible.
sorry. I didn't actually explicitly say it. I popped my third eye.
Oh, word.
Got it. And I'm assuming
This is
selecting
why
see
we asked
invisibility.
Petunia to do things.
Yeah.
See, Oh, yeah. I forgot I get 2. Yeah, sure. See invisibility. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And it's an ability, not a spell or an attack. So it happens and you stay invisible. And you can't see him.
Yep. And as you look him over and kind of like, feel him, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Check the fever and stuff like that. Harold, everywhere you are touched, it feels achy.
I'm sorry.
And he's like, has those like signs like swollen lymph node. Like you can feel like his lymph nodes are swollen. His
Put a stick in his nose and swab it.
and it's
I've
just
got Finley's wand.
Oh,
Please don't.
no.
She will kill
The bone wand.
Yeah, no, don't use that. Don't.
me. It'll kill me.
Petunia, the closest you could ascertain is probably something along the lines of, it isn't this, but the way he's reacting, the way he looks, it's kind of like fibromyalgia, where there's pain
I feel
and tenderness throughout the body. There's fatigue. It feels like he's had trouble sleeping and things of that nature, but you can tell that's not what it is.
yeah. And with a 17, I'd say you can just start to see like his veins are starting to be more like varicose veins, so they're starting to like become more prominent.
Can I don't know if this would mean anything. Can I make an Arcana check on those?
Sure.
Because I've got a feeling, but I don't know if it means anything.
Do you mention the symptoms as your?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, 100%.
That's really weird. I did use lay on hands, and it would have cured any disease he had, or any poison.
I think it's
A natural one probably, but
Yeah.
But yes, you can roll an Arcana,
okay.
Not me literally having removed curse.
but not
think I
knowing
have it.
the catalyst and
remove
not
curse?
knowing exactly what is ailing him, this will be a very difficult roll.
Right.
Do
I
have
got a dirty
remove
20.
curse?
I didn't take it because you have it. Oh no, I can do it. I do have it.
Could I give her bardic inspiration by describing my symptoms?
Sure.
I feel like I'm a potato.
Roll a d10 and add to that.
I wish Woe worked for subtracting from the DC.
That'd be hot.
25.
25.
Nice.
I'm gonna say that nothing of his like symptoms is like this is like there's no magical in nature, but with everything that he's described and everything that he is going, there's something that feels supernatural about it.
Okay.
Do you want me to remove curse on him?
If you can, I wouldn't. I don't think it would hurt to
I
try.
don't think we should do that while invisible.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah, we
good point.
can't do that.
about-
I have a
When we're not
fear.
invisible, I'll try it.
I have a fear since the king died of natural causes and you can't come back from that. I feel like we need to hurry.
Yes.
Other-
So there's some more things
Yeah.
that you would have picked up with a 25.
Okay.
And also kind of following the threads of everyone else's conversation.
You can pick up that it is an outside source that has caused this. And the only thing that makes sense, as it is the only thing that he has gotten that is an outside source the entire time, because Harold is the only one of the only people that have stayed in the room is the good berries. You also know that he's the only one that ate.
Nope.
No.
Karina ate.
She took some.
No, she
I
ate
ate
one.
one.
You ate one?
Yeah.
Because I watched back and I didn't see you
No,
eat
she.
one.
I may have just taken
You
one
took
and
4.
I took. That's right.
But you ate one because you told Harold, yeah, it's really good.
Did not eat it. went back and watched the episode.
Oh,
So they
okay.
double checked.
not eat
Okay.
Did
Okay.
not, you did not eat it.
I could
You
have
took-
sworn.
Yeah.
You took it in the sense you took it and put it in your pouch. You didn't take it.
That's right. I. Oh
four
God! I took them as food for Simone, but I never gave it to her.
Mechanically,
This is a potential sort of like line. Well, actually,
Oh,
go
but
ahead and
they're
finish what
gone.
you're gonna say. I apologize.
mechanically, you know that he has 3 levels of exhaustion. So
God.
That's
Okay.
what was
But I
afraid of.
do have. I have good berries in my bag that whenever we're out of what we're doing right now, you can investigate them.
I'm starting to worry that it wasn't the good berries. Harold, what was in that ointment that
I never took it.
you never took it? Mm-mm. But you did you come into contact with it? Mm-mm. Not even the materials?
He's only had the good berries.
No. I mean, like just touching something. I mean, like just being exposed. Like, did they not just come in? They came in bowls, didn't they?
Pretty much everything was stuff that V touched. It has to be the good berries.
I understand, but
They're also saying it's the good berries.
Maybe, I guess.
You're out of place saying that the only thing it could have been
Is the good berries.
She's
Yes.
determined
Out
that
of
with
play,
that.
we are telling Petunia that Petunia knows
Okay.
that the only thing that it could be is the good berries.
unless someone
Okay.
magically came in invisible with greater invisibility,
rest in a bottle.
did something to Harold while you guys were all asleep, and then left.
Bet it would only
That's,
get rid of
that's the
one.
other wild left brain logic that could happen.
Well, I must have like far left brain logic right now because I'm conspiracy theorying over here. I'm just worried about the mushrooms that were in that ointment.
Fine.
So, Harold just tried to stay back.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I can't keep up with you long-legged, just speedy,
Yeah, finish that sentence, Harold.
speedy ladies.
I'm going to cast telekinesis and make sure he can keep up with us at a decent pace.
That you can do.
But it's gonna
does
make
that-
you make
But
me
it
not
makes you
invisible.
visible.
It won't. Oh, damn
It
it!
will. If you cast a spell, it will make you visible.
Damn it!
Y'all just move a little
Can
slower
I-
and I'll keep up.
I can't cast in wild shape, can I?
You cannot.
I
yet.
didn't think so.
It's I believe
Yeah.
14th level druid. Is
Yeah,
when you get that,
I
believe.
couldn't remember
We
when I
need
get that.
to get moving.
All right, come on,
Yeah,
Harold.
let's go.
I'm walking.
Okay, and if you are moving, I need.
I am doing something that might help.
Okay,
I
that's
am
fine.
watching the floor because this place is really old. These are not areas that I would imagine are typically well maintained.
Oh, they are absolutely well maintained.
Oh, they're pristine.
100%.
Damn, I was
And it's
gonna
also-
look for a path that seemed to be beaten more. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. Also, this place is like, completely made of moonstone.
Okay.
Still, the entire
I
palace.
had looked at the under picture that you guys sent
Yeah,
us. So.
That's not the passageways. That's
Okay.
underneath where Vinley is.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm
The
just
dungeon.
gonna kind of wing it.
It's a weird dungeon. Sponsored.
We love you, Jay.
You know, there actually is a shrine in this dungeon at the very back wall. Yeah.
Wait, what did that torch say?
So, go ahead and make a navigation roll. It can be the rule of 2 if somebody wants to help.
Okay.
I got it.
What is
What do you
it's
roll for
survival,
navigation?
Right?
No. Yes.
What? It's survival?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got good on that. I'll help you.
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Did you roll 1 or 2?
Nope. That's gonna be a total of a 13.
Is that just one roll or?
That's one.
Are you?
Oh,
Okay.
do you want to
Would
roll
you
with
roll on the
advantage?
die?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll do that.
That's what I thought you meant when you said you roll.
Yep.
Oh, thank God. 22.
22. Okay.
Much better.
I have a +9.
Yep. And I will say, the reason that you start to figure out where to go is you've walked this path in a fruit bowl.
Nice. Nice.
As that was carried out
Yes.
through the servants' passages.
You get to a point where you could exit where you did exit last, but you know that leads to the front entry of the room. But it does continue, and you can get into the room. as
lead them
even
that
the
way.
servants have to be welcomed into the
Yeah.
the royal chambers.
Yep.
Is it easier to get into the room than it was to get out of the room? Please.
You can say from this side, it will be easier.
Just find a servant, take their key.
But
Hi, Greg.
You are able to put your hand against the wall
Okay.
and dismiss the door.
Okay. There's not a way to listen through it, so yeah, I guess
Okay.
proceed that way.
I mean,
It
you
is
could
just
make a
a-
perception check, but it would be extremely hard because you're listening through a
stone.
gemstone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, could I do that? With
Does my passive pick up anything?
No.
I'm used to listening through stone
Stone.
walls.
As you pass the first section that kind
Yeah.
of opens, your passive, if you get close enough to that door, you'll hear that there are people outside in that area. But if you continue to straight into
Okay.
the secret,
I'll tell everybody that over the bond. You guys ready? We're gonna have to be
Ready as a
quick.
It's up to me and you, Katrina.
Amazing.
I open the door.
Harold, we'll just wait right here.
and
Okay.
the door opens to a bed chamber that is the size of your main antechamber.
Great.
You see a massive bed that is just elegantly designed. It looks like the pillars are made of the moonstone, but it has this nice like ivory drape, not ivory, ivy drape, and it looks like the bed would be both elegant in design, but as soft as sleeping on like a meadow. You see far off onto one side there is a vanity table that Karina saw him, doing his nightly routine before she made herself known, and you can see the main table that she bamped out on. Karina, because you've been in here, you notice that his axe that was on the plaque is gone.
There's something missing. He had this big axe that he lovingly threatened me with. It was on the wall, and it's not anymore. It's gone. His weapon is gone.
Could they maybe have taken it for
Why would they?
to bury him with it?
That doesn't make sense. Funeral rites, that's part of the funeral rites, is going and selecting the belongings and preparing them, but this is something specifically missing.
Dwarven rights, you're right.
Yeah.
You're not a
Oh,
in
I
Dwarven
know.
lands.
I know. Sometimes we choose to be intentionally wrong.
Maybe.
Character choice, not
no,
player
good.
choice. Player going, Karina, no.
But you see there is a lot of elegant things in this room, but beyond that, those descriptions, you'll have to do some investigations. All right, is anybody doing anything?
What's my cat investigation? One sec.
Katrina, stop biting me. Sorry, it's hard. Okay, I'm sorry. There's just a. Apologize.
Stop touching my belly.
It just looks so inviting and warm. I have a weakness for cats.
I love that I have an animal handling rating on here.
Your investigation would actually be your investigation because you still retain every.
She's not investigating.
Oh, okay.
Her and Harold are staying outside.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, "Let me look at my cat investigation."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said cat investigation.
Oh, got it.
Oh, but I need to investigate.
Initially, you said that you and Harold were staying
Well,
out.
I was.
Oh,
I
your
was
investigation's
checking
actually pretty
because
solid.
Mine's pretty solid.
I have keen smell, which gives me advantage on wisdom checks that rely on smell.
Yep.
Yeah,
be
that was perception.
Yeah. So I didn't know if I could make that to smell like peanuts in the room.
Possibly.
Anything out of
Make a
That
perception
is,
check.
yeah, that's a perception check. Petunia, if you're helping with the investigation, you can roll that because those are two separate types of checks.
Take it, you're investigating.
Oh yeah.
She
Yeah.
already rolled.
I already rolled.
Natural 20 plus 9 for a 29.
Okay, we'll get you there in a second. What did you roll?
30.
30. And then Petunia,
Rolled a 19.
24.
24. Okay.
All right, you divide and conquer.
And Harold leans against the wall.
Petunia get?
24.
Jesus Christ.
Don't lean against the wall.
I'm gonna roll one.
24. Petunia, the thing that you find is the most kind of like,
26.
yeah, the most kind of out of place thing that looks a little bit different. Maybe it fits in here, but you're unsure as you find a hunting knife. It's not sheathed.
Yep. So it's got like a antler handle, a grip with a like very elegant elven blade.
And this one's there.
Yes.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
This may just be me misremembering, but did Finley's sister have a knife that looked like that?
No.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Seisha, you find on a table,
On the nightstand next to the bed.
there's a note.
And it is like you actually find it. There is a like you open the drawer and then you actually find like a little secret compartment that opens up, and in there you find a rolled up.
You're so good to me. She quietly reads the note. The Knight's Shepherd.
Over the telepathic bond?
Yes.
Okay.
When things were new, I never saw her at all, but her beauty grew with each nightfall. She holds my dreams in black and white, in a smile that beams through dark made bright. A bardic poem to reveal the crutch. No, crutch. Crutch. To reveal the crutch. Nope. No? What is that? C-R-U...
Let me see.
What is
It's
that
a
one?
T.
You're not there.
Oh,
No.
to reveal the truth.
It's a T. Stop.
Tears shed in light. That's a weird spelling. Penumbra's view.
Can I see my audio processing?
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Nope.
Does that sound like
A love
a
poem?
love poem? Like maybe one that I convinced someone to write?
Well,
No, her hair was maroon.
that faded into a pink, but it does sound like a poem.
I will say the last
Stanza.
is not part of the poem.
Okay.
Like it's like there's something separate about it.
All right.
Can I see
But-
it again?
Yeah, 1 sec.
It flows well, but it's definitely like it's like okay, that definitely flows together, but
The
then
meter changed.
the meter
notably.
changed. Yep.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
You're not there.
I know.
Have I heard the name Penumbra?
It is not a name. You know, penumbra is a shadow
Yeah.
that's typically caused.
By the moon being, or it's on the moon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's part of that.
Yeah.
Karina, with your
Yes.
29. You start to start smelling and moving around, and you're trying to get that earthy, nutty scent that going. And I mean, there is a lot of floral in this room. And as you're moving around, and there's nothing, but as you're kind of going, a scent hits you, and your ears, the head perks up, and it's gone though. But you caught that nutty scent, and you start to sniff around, going, almost playing hot and cold, like and then eventually you're led to the vanity, and it is strong, coming from this, and you look and you're sniffing around, and you see a small jar of facial cream that you watched him put on his skin when you were a lizard.
Over the telepathic bond, it's in his facial cream. I watched him do it. He had a whole nightly routine where he put on facial cream, and this facial cream smells like peanuts.
Smells like nuts. Doesn't smell like peanuts.
Smells like nuts. Not the man kind, like the tree kind.
Yes.
I
Smells like tree
love
nuts.
you so much, Ellie, that you knew exactly what I was thinking.
So
So who's
who
had
would
access
know
to
that
his
he puts
bedroom?
this on?
Yeah, it's gonna be anyone who could have come in his bedroom, or anyone who
Or anyone
could
who
have,
could bribe a servant.
or anyone who would have had access to his facial cream, a local apothecary, something like that.
Now, this would probably be made in-house. For a king, they probably have someone on the premises.
I know that this is sort of out of left field. The king died last night, and Harold got sick last night. And we're finding more and more information about this Illitran. He's got to be connected in more ways than one. I just don't know how.
Well, that does make sense because Illitron could have grown the good berries himself. Because he's like a fungus guy, right? Like he's like a tree man.
Well, fungus isn't. Doesn't matter. Go ahead, love.
Then it would make sense and be reasonable that he also is the one supplying the peanuts because he just has access to all this tree shit all the time. It could all be tied. I think we all think inherently it probably ties back to him.
Something.
Somebody pick up this jar of face cream and take it with us.
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't think that's a great idea.
We want
We
to leave
can-
that here. We want to leave that here. Because if we have it on us,
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
not
the
gonna
guy,
look
the
good.
group with the half elf has the stuff that killed the guy.
The people who were with Venley have the poison in their possession.
I had a different idea, but yeah.
Seisha sits down with her journal and opens it and begins flipping through pages, looking for where we got the list of all the Seldarine. And I look for any of them that are tied to the moon.
Oh yeah, there's one that has it in her last name.
Yep.
Do you know which one that is?
Moonbow.
Who was the one that everybody told us was not happy about the king?
That feels
There was a
obvious.
specific lady that everybody kept saying was bad news.
Was that?
That was it begins with an E.
Anna.
She's the one who came and talked to us yesterday.
Anahare Iroth.
Eroth, that's it. But to reveal,
I don't like why Devin's smiling so much. It's not. That's rare. I don't like it.
God, could I have some water?
Yeah.
I seem to be out.
And Ethan and Ray, just I put the text in the group chat just so you guys can have access to it.
I think this is probably about one of the Seldarine. But this bottom part, tears shed in light penumbra's view.
What was penumbra again? The meaning of that word?
Penumbra is a moon shadow.
When it's
It's kind of when eclipses happen and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So when you see that shadow kind of stretch across it,
Ah,
that's called the penumbra.
I completely missed it the first time y'all said it.
to reveal the truth.
That was like hazelnut dust.
Is there any sort of roll I could make to determine if there might be a code written in or a cipher or?
If you want to gain clues to what this might be, it's an investigation.
Could I pinch myself really hard to try to bring tears to my eyes?
Sure.
Go ahead. Yeah. You can cause pain to yourself.
Oh,
Harold, what are you doing?
ow, ow, ow. And
I'll just
I'm
sink a
just
claw
trying to
into you.
get some tears to spill.
Wait, I'm just gonna reach up with my tiny cat claws and pluck a nose hair.
Oh. Yeah, you're crying.
That would bring tears.
Y'all better keep him
Anything
quiet.
happen when I do that?
Break your invisibility for that, because that's just rude.
With one paw over your mouth, just.
The tears, a tear drips onto the page. Nothing happens.
That was a real
It's wet.
tearjerker.
Just try something.
22 for investigation. And Petunia, what did you get?
I got an 8, but damn it. Yeah. Lucky? I could do lucky.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to do
whatever you
lucky.
want.
I'm gonna do lucky.
All right.
That's better.
That's better. 21.
21. Okay, so 21 and 22.
So, first thing is, but going off of Harold's idea with tears. There's something about tears. But
Tears light the way.
it's not.
Or tears shed in light.
It's not tears, obviously. What is?
What is another name for the moon?
Luna?
No.
Salune.
Salune.
Oh, Salune. Oh. Another name for the goddess.
Well,
The moon itself is called Salune.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Yep.
And then
there is a trail of broken, almost like an asteroid belt that comes off of the moon in Faerun. That is called Salune's Tears.
Other things that you pick up, the Knight's Shepherd is a play on words. Remove the K. So the Knight's Shepherd.
Yeah.
It shepherds through the night. What things were new? I never saw her at all.
New moon, you don't see it.
Her beauty grew with each nightfall.
Because the moon gets fuller.
She holds my dreams. Thinking of Sahanin Moonbow, she is the elven goddess of dreams, fate, and ushering the dead. In black and white, kind of just shadow and light.
Yeah.
A smile that beams. It's kind of, a crescent moon and a beam of moonlight. Yep, through dark made bright. A bardic poem to reveal the truth. Tears shed in light of Penumbra's view.
So
Cried during the
I feel like we have given you everything that you need to.
The other wordplay is in light.
Yeah.
So you picked up. That's a strange way to say it. Spell that.
Enlighten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps it needs to be viewed under a different light. The poem.
I'm gonna take a look
the light of
around
the
for
moon?
like.
Yes. Can you
Does
do
this
it?
place have a window?
I probably shouldn't do that in here.
So, I'm gonna remind you all that you are in a palace made of moonstone that lights up with moonlight when you touch the walls.
Also,
I forgot about the touching the wall thing.
yeah. Also, Harold. Yes, there are windows and there is sunlight pouring through.
Right, that's right.
Can we just put the letter on the wall?
Just touch it on the wall.
Yeah, just put the letter on the wall. Like, see what happens.
As you touch it to the wall, there's too much light in here. The light of the
Let's
wall
go back
does
in the
not
tunnel.
Back in the
I go
tunnel.
back in the tunnel.
Also, we should probably book it out of here.
Yeah, this is that
think we
slow
got
part of
one.
the mod where it's like, all right, we got the puzzle,
We should
we got the
right meow.
Oh yeah! Woo! I want to turn the lights off. Okay, yeah. The traitor has returned. Meet me in the
Gardens.
Is that a G?
Yeah.
This person has terrible handwriting.
Hey,
Meet me in the gardens tomorrow at high moon. I have proof. A spider walks among us. Oh.
Drow.
Is it high
Signed.
moon or high noon? Make sure you're sure of
High
that.
moon. It's definitely an M. Signed L.
And that is where we're going to take a break.
Oh my god.
This was awesome!
Thanks for watching, and we're sponsored by Happy Jack Games tonight. They have a Kickstarter that is an amazing, simple dungeon creator with a D66 system.
Yeah, it's the charts and amazing and super fun. Check them out. Check out their Kickstarter. Link is in the chat, or bit.ly/D4WYRD.
As a weird dungeon, WYRD is weird.
Word. And with that, we'll see you.
And we're back.
We are. Hello and welcome.
So Vinley is in prison.
What a lead up.
And the group is sneaking around invisible, trying to figure out who killed the king and figure out how to get down to Vinley. Possibly, or not.
Yeah, found some clues in the king's quarters, where there was a tampering of his nightly facial cream that could have caused his anaphylactic shock, or not. We don't know. Haven't confirmed it yet.
A lot of facial cream contains peanuts.
Yeah.
There actually is there's almond nuts and stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure that the guy who's allergic to peanuts would not be smearing peanut butter on his face.
Clearly, the label said snail mucus.
Snail mucus.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Chunky.
And then they found a poetic, they found a poem written about the moon and the truth that it hides, and then used the moonlight from the moonstone to illuminate a secret message that said that there was a spider amongst the council, and to meet this person in the gardens at high moon at some point. Not sure when that was delivered or written. And the person that sent it was just addressed as L. And that's where we're going to return, as the party is still in the king's quarters.
Oh, I
No,
said
we're
we
in the
should
hall.
book it. Yeah, we're in the hallway.
We're back in the hallway.
Okay, yeah, right.
And the door is closed.
We were
Got it.
booking
Closing
it.
the door
we were
behind
booking
us.
it back.
So, reform the door.
Yes. I think, you guys, I think it might have been Lysanther. The cute elf guy that came and talked to us.
I thought you were gay.
Don't like to rule anything out.
I feel you.
Yeah, sure. I feel like we should follow that note.
I think tonight we need to make our way into the gardens.
I can hold it in. I won't say it.
I'm really curious what it is, though.
Good.
We
Yeah.
missed it.
So, where are you all going?
Back to the room.
Back to the room. Okay. Easy enough. You follow your way back, and eventually find yourselves sequestered away back into your room.
How much time has passed?
Ooh, a good while.
I would say
On a scale of 1 to 5 hours.
not that long, but I will say that as you are leaving the chambers after finishing reading the note and figuring it out, invisibility wears off.
I turn around and cast Remove Curse on Harold.
So you cast Remove Curse.
Yep.
Harold, you feel a wash of magic flow over you, but nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a big spell, too.
Totally works.
What is in EpiPen? 'Cause I feel like epinephrine.
Yeah.
Where does epinephrine come from? How do I make fantasy EpiPen?
I don't know, but I know how to make fantasy heroin. I mean, we'll talk later.
Maybe we should look at the berries.
Yeah.
The berries are gone, though, aren't they?
Right now. Are we back in the room by now?
You can get back to
I need stealth checks from
yes.
everybody.
Oh, stealth checks.
As
Your invisibility is gone.
your invisibility is gone.
So no advantages, but single rolls.
Wait, I gotta use the cat stealth.
Nope, luck.
Where's my? There it is.
How did I?
Don't you hate when you lose your? There it is.
It went away. I wasn't able to see. Oh, okay.
Hey, Petunia, you got any of those rerolls?
What'd you get?
I got a 1.
A 1?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a 7 and a 16.
Take the 16.
You might want the 16.
Huh?
You might want the 16.
Yeah, I can take. I mean, I can take the 7 if you need the 16.
I'm probably gonna use luck for this one because I didn't like the way I rolled. So.
Okay, then I'll take the 16.
All right.
Okay, so that'll be 25.
I'm so glad I re-rolled.
Harold, what did you get?
Is this stealth?
Stealth. Yep, and with disadvantage.
Just on Harold, right?
Correct.
Okay.
15.
Hey, not bad.
Petunia.
Natural 20, 25.
And Seisha.
4.
There it is.
But it's a group. It's group. It's group.
Yeah, so we're gonna get like a 10.
There's a natural 20 there. There's a natural 20.
Yeah, that helps a little.
Seisha gets a 4 because now there's a cat at her feet she didn't expect.
Unexpected cat. Shit!
All right, so as you're like moving back down, moving stealthily. Luckily, moving stealthily is having to move at half speed, so you're keeping up with with Harold, and kind of helping him move along. But
I am
as you get
keeping an ear out.
as you get close to the like up on the room, you are moving down this tunnel, and Seisha,
Oh no.
you trip and stumble a bit, and you're able to catch yourself, but
Shield.
Yep.
Yep.
Your shield scrapes against the wall, and your passive perception hears. Did you hear that? On the other side of the wall.
On the telepathic bond.
Go check it out.
Other side of the wall. Everybody
Okay.
hide.
And
Booking it towards, like,
Cat run.
yeah, cat
wait,
running
as
towards
Our
the
telepathic
towards the
bond,
room.
don't panic.
as you see a section of the wall open up, and Harold, you see Tomanthiel.
So he looks in and he looks right at you, and his face kind of furrows, and he looks at you. What's your passive insight?
17. Wow, I'm
17?
actually pretty good at that.
And he looks at you, and you just feel this slight betrayal, confusion, but also there's a question in his face.
I will turn to him and I will say, look, I know this looks bad. But let me be completely honest with you. Somebody, I think, maybe poisoned me. And we know for a fact that Miss Gallinodel is innocent. And I know how stupid this sounds.
Go ahead and just make me a persuasion check with what you
We're
said.
trying to save the world here.
As
and
he
so-
cuts you off speaking.
Okay. I will roll with disadvantage.
Roll with disadvantage.
I will say, because of the relationship you've built,
Doesn't matter. 34. Double 19s. Check D&D Beyond.
Holy damn.
My God, what is
Can't
your
keep a good
persuasion?
Harold down.
you he like you're talking, and he just cuts you off immediately. Yeah, it looks like one of the servants left a broom in here. It just fell over, and he shuts the door.
I gotta get that guy a Christmas card.
And your insight picks up as he looks at you, and you get that sense that this is probably the only one he will be able to give you.
That's
if
fair.
You're caught again.
Everybody gets one.
Yep.
And that's how your king died anyway, moving forward.
Unfortunately, that was everybody, so we all got our one. Let's move.
Everyone except you.
And
Yeah,
'Cause
because
you're
you
a
booked
cat.
it.
Yeah.
So, with that, you know that you are not far from your room, and eventually you make it back into the room, seemingly uncaught.
I'm staying as a cat for now.
Okay? For meow.
For now.
I will remind you that you being a cat, all of your possessions are fur now.
Yes.
What are y'all doing?
That one hair looks like a
Oh yeah, we need to look at the berries.
Berry
Seisha,
time.
once we're back in the room, Seisha's like, "Whew, okay. And she looks at Karina. Can I pet you?
The scratches.
As touching as this is, Katie's right, we need to look at these berries.
Okay, yeah,
Over the
berries.
telepathic
Yeah,
bond, I'm like,
berries.
I think I like this farm a little too much. Okay.
Who has Karina?
we-
You have the berries? Oh,
Yeah. I want to hold this until we're certain that. That just scared the shit out of me.
Sorry, cat.
What the
Cat
two
made some
guards just
ruckus
heard.
over here. Apologies.
I want to stay in this form
God.
until we're sure that, we're good.
Katarina.
Yeah. No, that sounds smart. Can I try to pick her pocket?
What pocket?
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. Like, I don't know.
Absolutely not. When you
She
My
is a
primary-
cat.
Yeah. I didn't know if I could like feel through her fur.
Everything becomes.
Okay.
The cat.
Okay.
The
It's
cat.
my primordial pouch. It's currently a bag of holding.
that's why it's
That's
swooshing.
why I have a fat cat. I have too many belongings.
Is there food on the table?
No.
Okay.
You see that the servants had cleared the table.
Yeah.
Over the telepathic bond to V, did anything happen while we were gone?
No, I'm so bored.
You want to use a string and play with me?
Tosses the string and then like, oh shit, okay, yeah, this is kind of fun. So if you're holding this form, is there anything else that you all are doing?
I'm double checking that we don't need anything where me being secretive would be helpful.
Hang on. Wait a second. Let me.
Am I too fat to get? Because I'm a cat, so it depends on my shoulders. I just want to be able to lean out that little slit window, just to kind of check like around the building.
You could fit through the window.
Okay, I don't want to go out the window. I am too fat. I will just.
It's like 6 inches, so a cat
Yeah.
can fit through.
Yeah,
6
not all
inches.
cats land on their feet.
It always lands in
No, they do not.
This one lands on their stomach.
Sometimes a cat, like our stupid cat, hurts his hip.
Petunia.
Lands like
You
that.
can cast detect magic, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
If we run into Venley's sister, do me a favor and cast it on a ring she has.
Okay.
Wondering if that's a connection that Illatran is using to control her.
Wait a second. Didn't I gave someone something for locate object. Hold on. I planned for this. Wait.
It was the prince.
Past Karina, what did you do?
Didn't you give the prince something?
I did, so I could track him.
Oh no, it was the king. You gave him the marble as a gift.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So you can find his
Can
body.
you... Hey, Petunia. I gave the king a piece of marble. Could you locate object and maybe we'd know where his body is?
Do you think he'd have it on him from when he was sleeping?
Put it in his pocket. Maybe he thought it was pretty.
Possibly. Perhaps I could just try and locate his
I mean,
body.
he probably threw it away.
I mean,
It's
his
fine,
body
never
would
mind.
be an item now, and you've
No
seen
longer
it, so...
creature, technically.
Does someone count as an item once they've died?
Yep.
A
It
corpse
counts
is
as an item.
Yes!
Oh, it works so well.
I've never played a necromancer. That's never come up for me.
We had it come up early on, and
I'm always either a druid or a rogue.
A drogue.
But I can try.
I think right now we're stuck just waiting for them to come find us and take us.
So are we officially done with me as a cat? But I will be doing this later. I just want to state that.
I think so.
Okay.
I think right now we're killing time. We're checking out the berries.
Okay.
Man, my boy,
And-
I'm happy.
I'll pop right back out.
I don't. I think he'll understand.
He won't. But what if they never find out that we were trying to save the world and he just thinks I'm some asshole who tricked him? I liked that guy. I like both the people at the door.
Harold, hey.
Hey, Petunia, here. And I'm going to hand her the good berries.
Harold, look at me. Look at me. Oh. You are...
Who said that?
Sasha did. Hi. Hi, I'm over here. Hi.
Okay, hi.
Hi, yeah. You are a good and a sincere person.
I know. I got the bracelet. Check it out. And I take it off and show you.
Aw.
Thanks, Karina.
See, that's true. And I am willing to bet he saw that in you. And that's why he covered for us. Because he recognizes that you're a good person who does good things. And there was probably a reason we were in that hall.
I think he probably thinks this all stinks to high heaven as well.
Yeah. Because
So-
he knows we were in that room all night.
I'm sure he thinks it stinks like Amtharn shit.
That's
Thank
pretty
you.
stinky.
So with these berries, would I be making like a nature check or something? To investigate them?
It would be Arcana, which
That
has
works
been
just
rolled on them
fine.
before,
Huh?
but it was only a 12.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, we've checked him before, but that was only a 12. So we have to get better than a 12.
Better than 12.
To
Should be
find out
pretty
what's up
easy.
with
She
them.
can only get a 12 if she rolls a 1.
Yeah, that's a 28.
It's a 28. First thing that you get, even just by looking at them, they've kind of like shriveled a little bit more.
They're raisins now. Good raisins.
And you know that they have lost their ability to that good berries have, which is the fill you up with nourishment and to give you the 1 health, right? But as you're looking over this, and
I think I just realized who cast the spell for the good berries.
you can't tell who casted them, right? Just
Unless they're corrupt. In which case, it was Venley's sister.
what I'm saying is you're not using identify, right? You're just using Arcana.
Not immediately, no.
Yep. So with that, you see that there are very small mycocybin.
Fucking knew it was mushrooms. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Petunia would be like, I think we might have been on the right path with the with old fungus among us.
What do you mean?
Illitran? Look at these. It's a form of fungi.
I'm a fun guy.
I
You
don't
are,
think
sweetie. Go lay down.
Okay.
I don't think Illitran cast this.
No, why?
I think Venley's sister cast it.
What
And she's
makes you
corrupted
think-
by Illitran.
She is?
I think she was taken before Venli was.
I suppose it's possible, but I mean, it's not entirely. I mean, either way, it still links back to him. So
does.
I mean, you could be right.
Something that the king and I talked about, I don't know if it's relevant. I got a bit brash and I told him about the thing that Venli tried to warn her sister about and pointed out, you know, like we pretty much figured out that bitch sister, I can't remember her name right now, she willfully withheld that information from him. He said that she never gave him any indication that any warning ever came in.
Because she was under the control of the thing that was the problem.
So you think it's like a snatching a body kind of thing?
I think he is controlling her mind.
So like she's a fungus.
I don't think she's a fungus. I think she's...
Well, you know, they got those fungus that like they make your mind a zombie.
When we were adventuring earlier through a series of unfortunate events, I wound up corrupted, for lack of a better way to put it, and I had certain abilities that
Could you fly?
I've always been able
Harold,
to fly,
sleep.
Harold.
Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
But it took things I could do and warped them. And I think that's something that's going on here. I think she's...
What happened to her though?
When she met him,
Because
or even before.
because
I mean, we don't know
Wasn't
how
she
he
around
got to
when-
her.
Wait. She was around when Vinley killed him,
Yeah.
wasn't she?
I want to know if that ring she wears is magical and that's her connection to him.
I wanna know.
Harold,
Can
sweetie,
you show-
sweetie, darling, go back to sleep.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
love you all.
that's on Karina's playlist.
But I think Amira is being controlled by Illitron, and she's the one who cast the good berries, and Harold was the only one who ate them, so he's the only one who got sick.
But to what level? My only thought is when
Amira.
when Emiria.
Amiria.
My only thing is when I spied on Venli and Amiria's conversation, Amiria did seem quick to anger, but over very personal stuff. It was stuff that Venli hasn't told us or me, probably told you all, you're great friends. But
I'm in jail.
But it seems like she had enough of her faculties to get mad over petty sister shit. But she was also getting really angry.
If I was a master manipulator, and believe me, I could be.
Absolutely.
If I was, my first thought process would be to establish a red herring in somebody that people are already predestined to not like Amiria, and use her as a catalyst to everything else, so that we're so caught up trying to prove she's wrong, we don't look at other people.
But people
That's
liked
just me.
Amiria. Everyone said that Amiria was like a great druid.
They respect her.
She did mention. that
Sorry, go ahead, Petunia.
I was saying she said she dealt with the corruption herself, didn't she? And we know that the corruption was from Illitran.
I think we created a complication in the original plan, but also provided an opportunity with our arrival. I think that the king was not supposed to be killed off this quickly. But when we arrived with Venli and a bunch of outsiders arrived, they decided this is
gave
the
them an
perfect
out.
time, and they
Does that mean it's
moved
our
forward.
fault?
Oh, sweetie, it's not our fault.
Might I posit another
Okay.
idea?
You're not,
I don't.
You didn't kill the king.
I don't suspect this is one person. I think this is a group of people.
That's typically what a coup involves, I imagine.
Who were the two we saw talking? It was what's
Probably
her name?
moon elves. I mean, no offense to them, but
It was Aeroth, and
What do you mean saw talking?
The one she read the lips of.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Those were
Those were just
No.
No,
It
the
was
council members.
there were
that-
2 council
that
members.
was I think that's the one who Karina.
Hang on, maybe I wrote it down.
So when you were out with the council member, you saw 2.
This was before that.
Okay.
Yeah, this was.
Wait.
This was when we were being taken here into our room, I think. I oversaw 2 council members and heard what they were saying, and I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, it was a conversation that.
Wasn't one of them the lady you talked to?
Yes.
Yes,
one
that's
was
what
the
I'm saying.
paladin, and the other one was the.
Because if you're talking about that, that was the familiar that Vinley sent out, and Vinley saw,
Yeah, that's right.
which was
Yep.
Hotharal and
Yep, you witnessed 2 servants talking.
I did,
And then
but I saw
eyewitness.
2. No, because
That was Finley. That was through Savard, or it was Karina through
I
know,
Simone.
I
It
don't
was one
think
of
it
them.
was.
It was Ithel.
Was it
The-
Ithel?
Oh,
it
that's
was the
right.
crow.
My
That's right.
reader.
It was that's right. It was the.
So, I have a note in here that I don't remember what it is. Starleaf told where sapling grows.
So Starly, when you did the history check and you were shown the birth of Evermeet,
Yeah.
Corellin and Angarath, the Lord and Lady of the Seldarine,
Yeah.
imbued the souls that were used to create the first Sundering and Evermeet into the ground, which created the Tree of Souls. Starleaf was the person that was the only survivor of that mythal.
Okay.
So it was basically Starleaf's history that you were seeing through.
Yeah. So, but I saw where the sapling grows for the tree.
Yes, you have seen the grove of where it is, but you're not like, it's right here. I have the GPS unit, like,
Yeah, but
coordinates.
I've seen it. Just gonna keep that in my pocket.
Got it. I see what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you have.
The DM's folly strikes again.
Oh no, but now I have to sit here and balance. How badly do I screw over the group by disappearing? Hey, everyone.
yeah.
I have a bit of an idea, a bit of a wild one.
What's that?
So, like, me and plants were buddies, you know?
Yeah.
I have the means to go to that big special tree and just sort of ask it what's going on.
You think it's a good idea to go solo?
Not with Illatron being there, potentially.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
dangerous.
technically, any of you could come with me, but we'll have to walk back.
I don't think it's a good idea to go without Vinley.
Yeah.
What if there's like special protections around it that won't let anybody but elves go in? That'd
There
be how I'd
was-
do it if I was a master manipulator, which I could be.
There was a line. Oh, wait, did we see that?
See what?
Nope, because you got it in the prison. So, never mind. Damn it. Okay.
We don't have to do it now.
Okay.
It is something that
It's worth holding on to. That's actually a really good idea.
because I feel
Am
like
I gonna die?
No.
No,
you're
Harold.
you're only halfway dead. You're fine.
You're only mostly dead. Don't worry about it.
Not even mostly. On the scale of 1
I've
to
been
6,
way
he's
more
only a
dead than
3.
this. I've been way more dead. I couldn't even talk. I was dead.
Hey, V.
Oh, the sorrow.
Yeah, what's going on? Are we gonna attack something? Are we gonna
I
break Vinley out? I'm bored.
will, and that's good because I've got something you might enjoy doing. I don't know if it's possible, but
I'm really good with guards. I just need coffee.
I'll keep that in mind. And I'm going to ask you about that. But if you could possibly take some of these berries and see if you can whip up an antidote with your alchemy stuff.
I ain't tried.
The anti-berry.
That face Devin made was like, maybe. Damn it. Maybe.
We've gotten too clever.
DCs are now 40.
I need you to unbury me.
But you're not there. Anyways.
And I go put my plate back on. And take that leather off.
Oh, I should take that off. You're right.
I will say, if it is possible, that is a wait for the player to make that roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
Want that to be fair.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm all
Everything you're
about that.
taking off.
Uh-oh.
What?
I forgot to go onto my character sheet and take all my stuff off.
I go through. Oh no! Can I see the bag of holding real quick?
Oh, you bitch.
Why?
Oh, you bitch.
Because there's something in there that would be very helpful for one of us to wear until Venli is back to wear it herself. It increases a person's health. Makes them more hardy. Makes them be able to soak more damage.
I think let's hold on to that for now. That doesn't feel fair to Venli. What if we
I mean, we'll give it back when she comes back.
What if we get to her immediately?
Then we just take it off and put it on her instead of having to fish through the bag
This
for
is
it.
a long time without a trial.
You're knowledgeable enough with Arcana that I'm going to give this to you.
Yeah.
If you attune to it, it de-attunes from her. So if you just
But
hand
she
it back
has to be wearing it, doesn't she?
to be beneficial from it, yes.
Oh, but she has to
But
reattune, which would
have
take
to
an hour.
re-attune to it, so you could just give it to her, but then she would not have the effects of it
Until
she
that was
spends
why
an hour attuning.
that was
Just
why I
that-
was being difficult.
Just so you know,
I didn't
you
want.
can do what you want to do.
I was trying to just be difficult, and not metagame with like we will screw over Rhea. If we do
I just wanted to have more hit points than the wizard for once.
You do now.
I do. Okay, I'm.
And that's
I'm,
with aid.
I am sated.
So,
Yeah, remember, it's
That's
been a
with
while
it?
since. Yes,
That's with aid.
aid.
been a while.
speaking of,
Finley.
you start to hear footsteps once again walking down the path that echoes out amongst all of the caverns that lead in the myriad of gel cells.
Here we go.
Vinley's standing in the shadow to where it's only her face.
But you only hear a set of one set of footprints.
Nope, I'm not being creepy. I'm trying to look.
I
I'm
was
like-
imagining Venli like the Angelica Houston Morticia,
Yes.
just
Yeah.
the ray
Just
of
the-
light
the
over her
perfect-
eyes.
A crossface light.
I'm pressing my face up against the bars.
And as you're looking, the person coming down is not Ruavin. It's Valagar. And Lam Ruel has not been returned to his cell. As he comes,
He walks up. He opens the bars.
Can I do an inside check?
Sure.
Who's Valagar again?
The
Asshole
guard in
McGee.
green armor.
Okay.
The older,
Grumpy man.
the Knight Commander.
Got. I'm having trouble keeping track of names.
It's all good.
insight. That's what I was doing. 13.
13? Hard to tell.
Stoic. You are to come with me, Valenthriel Galanodel, for questioning
Very well.
this way.
If I may push my luck, where's Lamarel? Prince.
And he continues to walk and leads you down through this labyrinth of stairs and archways and bridges.
Do they all go down?
It's
Do
like-
all the prisoners go down? That's Vinley asking Valagar.
And
I thought we went up.
takes you out from the tunnel network, leads you back up those stairs and to a room.
Thank you, Valagar.
And as he opens the door, enter.
I will step through. You are here for my protection as well.
But he does not follow you in. And he closes the door behind you and you hear it audibly lock.
What do I see? I'm scared.
It is almost like not what you would expect, because it's a little bit nicer. There is nothing but furniture in here, and it's all wooden, but it is like there's a desk and a chair and a bench. It's almost like, I mean, it's an office, but it's a very stark office. It is a boring office.
Woof. Usually elves like a little bit of color in their interior design.
And he leaves. And then
And I'm
you are
alone in this room?
there, alone in this room.
Guess I'll look around, familiarize myself with my surroundings. See if there's anything in there that I could possibly do something with.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, goddamn. All of my numbers are different. A 17.
17? Okay. As you're looking over this, you see that this room is very, it's not elegant. It's very purposeful. And you start to look over and you notice that a couple of drawers are locked.
Cool, so this is not my room.
But certain things that you see that everything has a very particular place. Everything's very well organized.
I don't touch anything fully.
Okay.
Like, I don't move anything around.
Again, and with a 17, you pick up. There's something written in Elvish, in a couple of pages, and you see a couple of names that you've heard and recognized, but they're all knight guards, mithril knights or royal guards.
Just in this book, their names listed?
Yeah, and it looks like where their assigned duty is.
Do I... Whose office do I think I'm in?
Make a
Intelligence?
wisdom,
Wisdom?
either or, your choice, but base.
Or intelligence. That is 14. Nope. 15.
15.
15?
You know it is somebody that is amongst the knights. Who specifically? You're not sure. But somebody in the military's office.
She'll sit there for a little bit. In the chair across the desk, not behind the desk, but in front of it, kind of like assuming the position.
Okay.
And just wait for like 2 or 3 minutes, like in silence.
Okay.
Ooh, I thought there'd be more questions.
And
Something else is that now that you are out of the dungeon, the prison, you have the connection reestablished that feels clear.
I think the way we realize that the connection is there is all of you here. I would have thought there would have been more questions.
Finley?
Hello? Oh.
Finley? Hi. Wait.
Why are y'all been so quiet? I was in a
We tried talking to you, but
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Oh, that makes sense. Actually,
Yeah, I guess jail.
Lamaril was down there.
What?
Yeah, it's fine now. He's not there anymore.
Where is he?
That doesn't sound fine.
Yeah, I
The mental image of a shrug. Amthon's alive and well enough.
That's good.
And do you have that paper?
Which
I'm going to relay this.
Oh, yes.
And did we already read that? out loud?
No, wait. Did you give it to? Where did I put it? Wait. I think this is it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I copied it down there too.
Um,
If it's easier.
she will read out, "Do not look for a door that does not seem to exist. You must play dead to pass beyond. Use compassion, not the sword. Faith is blind. Do not drink the water." Whoops. "Your heart must know every virtue. Beware the
Or
twins."
Elvin.
What?
Is it every or Elvin?
You're right. Elvin. No, every. Elvin. Mm-hmm. "Beware the twins, finders of lost things. The clear choice is the wrong choice. Left is right. The harmony of elements, something about balance in all directions." This was a note that Lamaril gave me.
Is there anything in the note that's weirdly capitalized or weirdly?
A few things, and I'll go out and list.
Okay, so dead, all in capitals. Blind is capital. Water is capital. Right is capital.
It appears so.
WR. Blind one or right.
Blind,
Dead.
blind, water, right.
Okay, this just made me think of something else.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm in an office, and there seems to be guard assignments in here. Does that ring a bell with anyone you all have talked to or anything?
Yeah.
Karina, since you know so much about Evermeet, does that sound like an office you might know by chance?
Valagar, maybe?
What does the office look like?
I described the office. You just
Is it
described.
like
So it sounds
it's
like a
plain?
military office.
It's plain, bare bones,
What about
and only has the
It's the
knights
High Marshal's
written in it.
office.
It's Valagar.
Brought me here.
It's the High Marshal's office. The council member we're suspicious of, Anahare Aroth. She's High Marshal
Well, why am I here?
because she would be the one who would be handling questioning you.
I suppose that makes sense. Well, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
I figured the whole council would be here.
You're gonna do great.
Just tell the truth.
But if
If you're lucky, she'll have someone come in and cast Circle of Truth. You can offer to have me come cast it.
Do you know that spell?
I do.
It's about this time that the door swings open.
Incoming.
And stepping through with a softer step this time is a man dressed in all green mithril plate with a white cloak of mourning as he enters and closes the door behind him.
Finley's jaw is on the desk. Just like,
What? Okay.
Right?
I did not expect
Yep.
this changing.
And it's not your room that he steps into. It is y'all's as he comes in and he announces you all are to come with for questioning.
Of course.
Well, it's about time.
He'll call you by names and do it all formally, but Dustin's brain.
Actually,
just,
does he
just
say
fried.
that in common or
Nope,
just...
in Elvish.
Okay, I just look at him blankly.
I'm gonna. We have to go.
Oh, Harold-
Part of the legal process.
Harold says in the thought sphere, he's like, yeah, I knew it, and he's gonna get up.
Knew what?
I would request, if we may, just to make this process as seamless for all of you as possible. It would appear that my dear Harold here has ingested something that is not agreeing with him. Would it be possible for him to receive some medical attention? I fear that if you question him now, you're going to get some rather lazy responses.
That's not true. My responses are great. We're gonna rock down to the Moonstone Avenue.
And then we're gonna shit on it.
Please follow me.
Very
That is
well.
the last time I will say
Okay.
please.
Wasn't disagreeing.
I
And
kind of take the cue from everybody who's
That-
like.
yeah, I'm
getting
actually
ready
going to
and
gesture
I
to
follow.
you to follow.
Okay.
As we're walking, because Harold is in this state,
Mm-hmm.
he will turn. And is my boy there?
You see that Tamanthiel and I forget her name, but they're still there, and they're
And-
very rigid right
and
now.
there are 2 additional sets, so there are 6 total in front of your door now.
I don't care. As we're walking, I just turn and look back into my mouth. Oh shit! As I continue to walk behind them, I'm like in the back because I'm so slow, and I just like, oh shit, and then I keep walking.
Yeah, he
I'm
like
with him on my side.
doesn't even respond. Like he is like at attention, like the Birmingham or the palace in London guards.
Absolutely, totally. But I know he knows.
Something you do notice, though, is although there is the myriad of guards, Valagar does not ask any of them to help escort you.
You went quiet there. We couldn't hear you. What?
Valagar does not ask them to escort you.
We're
Understood.
just walking with him.
Walking with him,
Okay.
and he also did not tell you to leave your weapons behind.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that. So I can turn the sword into any
Melee weapon.
melee weapon. There are hair sticks that can be used as weapons. No?
Too mundane.
Okay.
Yep.
It was worth a shot.
Yep.
But
An itty bitty stiletto. A
I have
butter
my
knife?
I have my gear.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
those cleavage daggers.
that Wonder Woman sword that is completely unrealistic,
Yeah.
but
She
really
would-
awesome.
She would slice those butt cheeks clean off.
You wander through the palace, and it is extremely somber. You see everyone wearing white in some way, shape, or form. All of the mithril knights, every cloak that used to be green is white. Every person you pass, including laborers, are wearing some form of white.
Before we left, I would have druid crafted white flowers all down my staff
Okay.
as a sign of respect.
I would like to rip the bottom of my chemise, my sleeping chemise, off and make a white armband.
Okay, sounds good. As you are marched through the halls, and eventually you come to a door. And the area around you does not seem any different than most of the other places. And Finley, the door opens.
Enter.
Cool.
Again,
Very well.
I quickly walk over to Vinley and just reach my hands out. You okay?
I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna pause at the door. I'm gonna turn and be like, "This your office?"
And he shuts the door and locks it. And just looks at you. Yeah, looks at you, Harold.
He locked himself in this room with us. Okay. Making sure of body placement.
And he will reach out and touch you on the forehead. And he will dump 5 points of lay on hands into you to attempt to cure poison and disease.
Yeah, no.
And
No,
Doesn't work.
Sorry, buddy. I would have told you we've tried it already.
Remove curse also does nothing.
Bad berries.
We're not sure what's
Berries
happened
were
to him.
infected with some sort of fungi.
What's going
Yeah.
on?
Tell me
Well,
everything you know about Kymel Nimison.
Oh, Vinley, after you.
Oh God.
You've got this.
I would show you, but
Return, and we'll move over, and we'll actually take the
The
Oh my
bindings
God.
off of your wrists.
thank you. I'm gonna start pulling ribbons, and do you still have that potion?
Which one?
The one that allows you to read minds?
Yes, but I was saving that for a certain occasion.
That's fair. I just don't want to lose these. There's so much of my hatred.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Well, if you just, I can give a roaring oratory about it. Just tell me what to say.
You can also read them.
I'll hand him those tethers of
Which memories do you give him?
the vision of Illatron and Kymal's face on the Fairy
Okay.
being given by a Baelnorn of the god colloquially known as Kronos, also known as the Elven God that you heard the name of 2 episodes ago.
Brilliant?
No, but you did hear that name.
And you were like, oh, it's so recognizable. What is it? And that's why I said, I don't know. Think about a Wordle.
Oh.
Because that's how we found out that information. Anyway, the next one is Illatron. The moment I killed Illatron and the feelings and all the... him coming at me. That's when the moment starts. And then I would like to show him under the guise of showing him another memory of Kaimal. I show him the memory of the king when he was alive, swearing fealty to Prince Lamaril.
Okay. Got it. So you show the Baelnorn giving you the information of who Illatran and the
Last
Fairy.
one, Fungus Man.
Okay. You show him the death of Illatron, or what you believed to be the death.
Right.
You show the next iteration of his return. And then you show Ilionaro bending the knee.
Yes.
Okay.
Vinley, do you think I should show him my sketches of what I saw?
If it is pertinent, yes, you should. Unless you're talking telepathically.
No, I'm
Okay,
saying
okay.
it out loud.
Then
Yes.
he says, yes, you should. He is only speaking in Elvish, by the way.
And I will show him the book, show him, which is essentially at this point almost a flip book of the vision.
Okay.
This is how he died. It was this creature.
My father, that is. Amiria's father.
Where is he now?
Illatron. The last I saw him...
Illatron. Kymel. Illatron is not his name. His name is Kymel Nimison.
Perhaps that is one of his various names. But I knew him as Illatron.
Understood.
The last I saw him was in the glade where I killed him. Well, was led to believe I killed
You believe that he is the reason that Dustin is going to
Tree
butcher
of
it.
Souls.
He says the elven name for Tree of Souls, but
Yep.
the Tree of Souls is dying.
We
That's a
were.
I
good
believe
guess.
he is the
We-
one that is corrupting it.
Yes.
I
I
have
asked the Baelnor of Nessaquah. Yes,
Yes.
and she confirmed it.
I have means of connecting with plants, if you'll permit me, and with your escort, if you would allow it. I can go to the tree and ask it itself what is happening.
Lamruel has also suggested this course of action.
He suggested in the cells that we should work together to cleanse the tree.
I
if you truly believe. But in order to do this, I need you under oath to swear to me that everything that you say here is truth. Do not resist.
Not
and
at
with
all.
and with that, he will draw the moonblade at his hip. And as he does, he touches the tip to the ground and casts Zone of Truth.
I tried to resist because he was speaking in Elvish, and Seisha doesn't know any better, so she's got to act like she doesn't know any better.
Actually, Karina would have in common, he's going to do that truth thing. Just stay calm.
Well, no, isn't it a resist?
No. Make it.
A deception check.
Yep.
Wait. That's skills. Okay. 32.
Yeah, good. Yes, good. But Karina says in common.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
But if you try to resist, give
I
me
do
a
not.
wisdom saving throw. Charisma saving throw.
Does it? I think it's wisdom. Does anybody else try to resist?
If she explains it to me, then I don't,
Okay.
because it was just making a show.
It is charisma saving throw.
You know,
Okay.
Nope, giving in.
Got it. You all feel that you are compelled to speak the truth if you speak.
Yep.
You can choose not to speak. You are not forced against your will to speak.
Yeah.
As if Karina could stop talking.
And he will ask every single one of you, so that every single one of you confirms, is everything that is said here the truth to what you know to be true.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And I can get us to the tree. It's getting back that's the problem.
Do you know who is responsible for the death of King Ilinaro?
No.
I have my suspicions.
Who?
I have reason to believe there is either a small group within the council or Emiria herself.
If it's Emiria, she's being controlled.
I agree.
What is your proof?
There's
As
peanuts in
it's
the
zone of
face
truth,
cream.
and I chose not to resist. The king and I spoke privately about concerns of his. He seemed very distraught at the idea that we sent warning ahead of time of an oncoming storm of evil, and Emiria chose to never share this information with him. I am a cautious person.
Emiria has been missing since yesterday, when she flew off on her eagle or whatever.
What time?
Could I have my portable hole and bag of holding back, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
When the king and I spoke, it was late in the evening. He was performing a nightly routine. If he died of natural causes, I would suggest perhaps inspecting his bedroom.
It has been done.
What time did she leave?
When you saw her leave,
When
She flew off on Halcyon.
yeah, when she fell off.
right before Amtharn.
when you all visually saw her fly away,
Okay.
and it was dusk.
Yeah.
Has not been back since.
So she could have. Or she could have.
I suspect something in his room might have been a poison of some kind. Thus my suggestion to check it.
We looked it over. We did not see any form of poison.
Speaking as a druid, not all poisons look like poisons.
When we were walking down to the dungeons, a couple of the guards were talking about anaphylactic shock. If he was introduced to peanuts like my sister warned him in the throne room while we were there that he was allergic to, it would be enough to kill him, if untreated.
There is a strict rule and set forth that no nuts go anywhere near his wing. If there is something pertinent that you have, now is the time to tell it.
Face cream.
Check his face cream.
They put peanuts in the face cream.
The only thing I noticed was that he had a very earthy, nutty face cream in his room. I thought it was peculiar of a smell at first, but I figured, pardon the rudeness, that it's just an elvish thing that you have earthy and nutty smelling products.
I will look into this personally.
Thank you for your trust.
And rules can be broken, no matter how strict.
It is my trust in Lammerwill why you are here. He is the king. He would not do this. The King's Blade would not allow him to hold it if he were to commit such a crime against Evermeet. He is a moonblade. No. He is a moonstone. Moonflower. Jeez, wow. Dustin's brain is dirt right now.
What's a moon? I'm assuming he's still speaking common from when he spoke
he
to
has
me.
never spoke common.
Well, he would have had to speak common to me, or I couldn't have answered his question.
I'm gonna assume that people are translating for you
Yeah.
because he will
Assume-
not speak common.
Okay.
Assume Karina is translating.
Yep.
Even if it is telepathic.
Yep.
Oh
Well,
no,
I need the
because
show of her
yeah,
translating.
we need the show of me
and
physically
that's-
saying
that's
to her.
Completely fine with that. But yeah, he.
You said you could get us out of here as Vinley is fully dressed and armored again.
Could you do it tomorrow?
No, we need to leave now.
No.
We need to leave now, Seisha.
I can get us out. It's getting back that's the problem. If you can guarantee us a passage back.
I say over the telepathic bond, we have to meet someone in the garden at high moon.
Some of us should go. Some of us should stay.
I'll stay.
May I make a request on this checking the tree? As I fear for some of those in our party that are unfamiliar with these territories, such as making sure Seisha isn't getting this translation. Some of us who cannot defend themselves as well as others. I would suggest Seisha, my poor sickened Herald, and Petunia to stay. Myself, Valenthriel, you, and V.
If what you say is true and you walk in there and you look and you face Kaimel Nimison, then you will be dead if you are not at your full strength. This is an individual that has been a thorn in our side for some time.
So we do the meeting tonight. We go to the tree tomorrow.
Do you have means of disguising us once we arrive?
I do not disguise.
I got your back. Hey.
Pardon me for assuming this hasn't already been done. Has someone attempted to locate where Amiria could possibly...
Yes.
Okay.
Is she warded against locating her?
I am unsure, as that is not my forte.
Of course.
Do you...
If we get close enough, Petunia, I gave her my other wand.
Perfect.
I will do what I can to help your... he'll say, Tel'Kasir friend. But I do not know if I have the means to break or fix what is ailing him.
I think I know a few people who can.
Would we be able to go at first light?
Was he talking about me?
Not in a bad way, honey.
Okay.
I will tell, since we're still, Zone of Truth is still active.
Is there anything else I need to be aware of?
For us to exit, I merely need a plant. I can transport us through that plant.
And you need a tree big enough to at least walk through.
Yes,
That is easy.
thank you.
There is probably something you should know. Do you remember when I was talking to my sister?
Yes.
And I drank from the fountain.
How could I forget?
I did that because I was compelled to by a bargain I made. In a last-ditch effort to find the Queen, I sent out a message to the Fae that the prince has returned and is being welcomed back with open arms, and to come welcome him.
Da, 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 da.
Harold.
There are hopes and rumors that she is merely lost within the wilds. I understand why you did this. But bargaining with the Fae was a dumb move. No doubt.
Trust me. We all know. It's been a rough road to get here.
Harold.
Is there anything else involving the king's murder that you have uncovered by sneaking around the passages that I should be aware of?
Ooh.
Over
Damn,
the
you're
telepathic
keen.
bond, nobody say a word.
About what?
Anybody ever told you
Karina's
you're a keen
genuinely
guy?
thinking.
You're a keen guy.
I don't think so. Truly, I don't believe so.
I've been in a cell for the last few hours. I didn't do much sneaking.
If this
Our
is
guards
Kaimon
deserve
Nimison
a raise.
and looking towards Seisha, but talking to you since you were translating. No, you cannot go in the morning, because if this is Kaimon Nimison, his plan has already been activated as the king is dead. You go now, or you don't go at all.
Understood. Please get us to a tree. We have to go now. We have no other choice.
Perhaps you should send someone to your meeting instead.
The king and Emiria were the hopes to save the tree. The king is now dead, and you think that Emiria is involved.
Against
I
her
assure
will.
you, if the situation was not as dire as it is, none of you would be allowed to step foot in front of the Tree of Souls.
I understand.
That makes complete sense.
Cool, man.
However, Lamruel trusts you and speaks highly of you, and I trust him.
He's a cool guy, too.
You cast Zone of Truth on us.
I did.
How do we know you're not putting us on?
I do not lie.
He's telling
I
the
believe
truth.
him.
14.
He's telling the truth.
I took an oath to the crown of Evermeet.
Mm-hmm.
I have already now watched 2 of my kings die on my watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about that.
Both actions from the same individual. Perhaps it's time I look elsewhere for aid.
We'll do everything we can.
You are a man of logic. So why should we trust you when you've been present for the death of 2 kings?
I will not translate that.
Oh, he speaks common. He just
Yeah, but
refuses to.
she is intentionally like making the show of she will not repeat what Seisha just said.
We'd be foolish to overlook the possibility.
Are you questioning my honor, lore seeker?
Seisha, that's enough.
Well, do you translate what he says?
Yes.
Okay.
And that she'll say he says this, and Seisha, that's enough. Please understand, sir. We want nothing more than to make sure that our friend's home is a safe place from this monster. So please understand that sometimes we may be far too brash for Evermeet's tastes, but all of it comes from a good, honest, and noble place.
I just think it would be fair if we got to cast Zone of Truth on you to make sure you're all you're claiming to be.
If you so wish, then do so.
I cast Zone of Truth.
He does not resist.
Did you have anything to do with the murder of the king?
Absolutely not. And if you ask or accuse me of it again, I will challenge you to satisfaction.
I understand. Have you ever faced... yes.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I think we've gotten all the information we need.
bested
We
2
should
of
go
my
while
armies
we get
twice now.
good.
Oh, hold on.
He has a knack for not dying.
We should probably go now. We've been handed a pretty great deal here.
Can you please take us to a tree?
Thank you.
There is one last thing. That we learned. The reason Kaimon Emerson looks like this now. Loth has devoured.
He is a fairy.
Yes.
He has always been a fairy. This we know.
An embodiment of Loth. She devoured a god of disease and rot. So that's probably how he's killing the tree.
If I can be.
You see, like, his knuckles tense.
Only gods can kill gods.
That's not true.
It is for now. To them.
If we can at least stop what's happening and I can be guarded for 8 hours, I can help the tree. I can at least cleanse the soil that it's in.
I would love to have 8 hours to throw him around like a rag doll. So it sounds like a deal.
I'd like 8 hours too.
You need about 24.
I figured out what happened to him. What's going on with him? He
Oh,
seemed off this morning.
The good berries were infected by fungus.
The good berries were bad berries.
They were.
I think your sister cast them.
How unfortunate.
Thank you.
I will do what I can to aid, but I do not know if I have the means to fix what is happening. As he looks towards Harold.
I think he merely needs sleep.
No.
No, he's not poisoned. He's being corrupted.
That's probably cool.
It's not. It's not.
I look good in black.
Harold.
Do you look good as a mushroom? Because this is how you get mushrooms.
I look good 100% of the time.
Seisha sits down and pulls out a quill and a piece of paper and begins scribbling.
I'm not going to write my will.
Harold.
And I'm writing in Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
Okay.
I try to guide Harold to a chair.
And
You see there's
he'll
a chair behind the desk.
he will attempt to dispel magic you. Doesn't do anything.
Are we still is he still under Zone of Truth?
Oh yeah. It lasts 10 minutes. You can't dispel it.
What's,
You all understand
What's
the truth
Prince's
still.
name?
Lamriel.
Lamruel. Okay. The question I had is gone.
Okay.
He's gonna try lesser restoration.
I'm going to thank him. I'm like, I really appreciate you putting all this effort into me. I know I'm not exactly everybody's favorite person here.
Lesser restoration feels the best out of everything that's been tried so far, but still.
So he's gonna use
Oh, close, buddy. Very close. I do appreciate it, genuinely. I'm sorry if I drooled a little on your desk. That was not intentional. Let me just wipe that up.
I prestidigitate it.
Thank you.
We should go.
I need just a minute. I'll finish writing it if it's okay with you guys in just a few minutes. And basically, Seisha takes another piece of paper, lays it on top, and folds the paper bird around the extra piece of paper.
Okay.
So that a reply can be sent, and sends the paper bird off to Lamanthril?
Lysanthier?
Yeah! I don't know.
I'm gonna assume
At this point, we need a
you
glossary.
wait to do that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I was like, otherwise it's.
I'm not doing it in front of him.
It's gonna keep just thunking at the door to this seal. There's no windows in this office.
Yeah.
It is literally like the most boringest plain office.
That's why I knew it was his office. I was like, it's his office, guys. Like, it's plain. It's got the names of knights. It's not fancy. It's him.
And then before the zone of truth fades, he looks at you, Vinley. Did you betray Evermeet?
No.
Do you truly consider Kaimon Nimison and this Illitran an enemy of yours and Evermeet?
Yes. I'm going to do so much worse things than kill him. And she summons Savard with the butterfly motif of the skull as she says that.
And for Evermeet's hope, if you do this, I will do everything in my power to remove the banishment set against you.
She gives a very, very low and honorific bow to him.
Kneel. And he'll pull the moonblade out once again and will tap your shoulders, and you are under the effects of Death Ward.
Sick. We're gonna need that.
Then may Evermeet protect you as you defend her.
Thank you. And for the record, my name is Vinley, not Vinlanthria. She died a while ago.
Then rise, Vinley. Then rise, Vinley.
And I stand.
Follow me.
Of course.
And you are escorted out of his office. And eventually, when the halls are cleared, he takes you through a servant's quarters and leads you down. You go underground once again, but not to the cavernous dungeon and jail. But you feel that you're walking out of what would seem like the emergency escape route if the palace should ever be completely fallen and anything. This would be the royal escape route. As you are taking further and further away from Luthelspar and emerge eventually into that beautiful wood you saw as you came into view of Evermeet. There are thousands of trees surrounding you of different varieties, most of them reaching towards the heavens, their canopies nearly blotting out the sun. You see a myriad of colors from the different oaks and ferns, and you see the coniferous trees everywhere around you, and there are plenty that you can use to walk through.
I will walk up to one and put my hand on it, and before I cast it, I'm going to turn to him. Will you be coming with us?
No. I have a counsel to question.
And Godspeed to you. I'm going to cast transport via plants.
Oh, this is a really quick one. My father did this when I was banished. You kind of got to run. Yeah, that was a horrible feeling, being told to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you didn't want to leave.
That's
Yeah, sounds great.
And looks at you and goes, "We will be there as soon as we can.
Thank you.
May the sun and moon.
Send me a message when it is confirmed, or if it is confirmed."
Of course. And she will then give the "May the sun and moon rise to meet you."
He'll nod. And you as well.
I'm gonna get everybody right up on the tree before I cast in. Just
I actually
We go.
don't. Well, no, yeah, I do. Okay, yeah.
You send it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what tree are you walking through?
Hold your left thumb, everyone.
so you don't. Because if I saw the area, there were other trees around it.
At that point in time, no.
Then we're walking through the tree.
Yep.
Okay.
Disease tree. Disease tree.
And then, can you describe what your via transport via plants looks like?
Transport.
Yes.
Transport.
It's sort of like the Doctor Who opening of universe kind of spinning around and constellations going around right side up, upside down, and very Alice tumbling through Wonderland.
Oh, yeah, definitely hold your thumb.
Okay.
And then popping right back out the other side.
And as you pour through, you see this opening, you feel what you're used to, or at least when you used to do it. Like there was like a green nature light that was inviting to this. This is like almost blindingly golden that you're looking into. And as you walk into it, you feel this heavenly warmth, this connection to something of the divine, of the upper planes, and you feel a touch of grace as you feel almost like hands kind of ushering and pushing you through. And Vinley, this is probably the most connected you've ever felt to your homeland. And
I think for her, that like instantaneous travel felt like 100 years.
Yeah. And it's almost like 100 elves are pulling you and greeting you as you walk through
Nona?
the Tree of Souls. There's that opening of the white birch bark and the copper, trunk that is underneath the white that peels away. There are these golden strands that light up the entire grove. Yep. And as you're stepping through, you feel like you are in 3 different planes. You feel a connection to the prime. You feel a connection to the wilds. And you feel a connection to Arvindor.
That was amazing.
As the Tree of Souls is connected to all 3.
But we feel a connection to a place that's been cut off.
It has not been. The tree is dying. It is not dead.
Okay.
Yes.
So the elves are just cut off. The tree is
not
when,
yet.
When that's the fear.
Yeah.
Is if the tree dies, they're
They're
cut
cut
off
off.
from the Arvin. That's
Okay.
That's why
I
they're
misunderstood tense then. I
As
thought they
soon-
were already
No,
blocked.
not yet.
As
Okay.
soon as we get out, I know we don't have much time, and I'm going to cast Speak with Plants immediately.
Before that happens,
Yep. And you, there is this rush of wind that blows past you, and that golden light is blocked out a little bit as this massive shadow, this ear-piercing screech echoes out in this beautiful glade, and you hear, Venlindriel Galanotel, you bring Nautel Cassia here?
and that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
I think we found your sister. Found her.
So, on the note, the top text is my thieves' cant, and the bottom is the translation.
Oh, fancy.
Aw.
As you walk into a grove and the ancestors there trying to help the tree.
This is gonna go great. I have a really good feeling.
Look,
about
Two
this.
druids are better than one.
I mean, and look, I'm just, good.
I will say
move.
this. You got that note that
From
Lomrail?
Lomrail? Yeah, you can just throw that out.
You
'cause
just throw it away.
You bypassed straight to the end.
Yep.
no.
You
I
all of
dropped it
those.
back.
Man, my entire week was looking up riddles and puzzles and
so
things,
good.
and,
It's so good.
and connecting them to the Seldarine and all of this stuff, and then creating a clue list, not in order.
Yeah.
Just like you have a clue list and you walk into a room like, fuck, okay, which clue does this
I'm really sad.
Yeah, it's all good. But
Oh.
hey, that is a super awesome use of that spell, and like I said, DM's folly.
Careful what you give your players, because
But,
God, I
we're
love it.
We're gonna have to talk about
I
that.
love it. But anyways, thank you all so much for joining us. Next episode's gonna be fun.
I'm so scared.
I'm very scared.
Yeah, did you just notice that?
I did just notice that.
They were prepped in case we got there a lot faster.
Oh, I know.
Map cam.
Yeah.
I noticed it
And
later.
anyways, please check out Weird Dungeon.
By Happy Jack Games.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go to
Go
the
back it
Kickstarter.
right now.
Yep.
Yes.
And
Go back it or you're a Nutel Kassir.
Yeah. And that's a straight up slur. So.
Yeah.
It means not elf.
Yep, it just means not.
But it's a mean.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is an unkind way of saying it.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Sometimes
it's
it's
why
all in
it's
how you
why-
say it.
Yeah.
What
I
do
mean,
you
yeah,
mean, you
say it.
people?
Belligar said it to Harold. It's a fact. It wasn't. No. If you haven't done so already, enter hashtag Eldritch. We're gonna pull the winner right any second.
Yep, that has also been a thing that's happening. For your chance to win a $50 gift card. Big who done it? Still don't know who done it. Yeah.
I know exactly who did it.
And
Your
but
mom.
winner is Dashing Dirk Stallone. Congratulations to you. Get
Dashing
in
Dirk
touch with you to get
Stallone.
that
Yay.
to you. And what an episode. Be excellent to each other.
You always roll advantage. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.